unit is tough. If you need to replace your AC, visit AdvancedAirAndHeat.com to schedule your free estimate. Advanced Air Home Services. Licensed CAC 1820806. Terms and conditions apply.
Our Real Radio annual charity poker tournament presented by Just Call Mo may be sold out, but you can still join us Saturday, August 15th at the Orlando Science Center. Casino passes are still available to hang with your favorite celebrities in our That Mortgage Guy Don Casino and enjoy food from Hard Rock Cafe. Play the raffle, bid on silent auction items, and witness who will reach the Solar Source final table. Plus, all attendees will receive a complimentary Stella Artois courtesy of Mills Air and City Beverage. All proceeds benefit the mustard seed of Central Florida. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
Guys, summer is here, and it's time to get that fresh look that keeps you cool all season long. So I say go to Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys. It's more than just a barber shop. It's total man care. The perfect haircut, great beard trim with a hot towel and a drink in your hand, and that's waiting for you at 4 locations across Central Florida, open 7 days a week. Plus, Real Radio listeners, you mentioned my name, C. Lane. You'll get a free $20 credit towards your first visit this month only. So you got to book now. HammerandNailsGrooming.com. Hammer and Nails. Total man care starts here.
McGuire sweeps it home.
City fans, this one's for you. Inter & Co Stadium is the place for big matches and big moments all season long. Don't miss your chance to be in the building when it matters most. Single match tickets are on sale now at OrlandoCitySC.com/tickets.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Are you all worked up and working too much? You know what y'all need? Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to have fun. Y'all need some adventure. Why? Y'all need Gatorland. How do we know? Ain't no one got more animals, more gators, or more fun than Gatorland. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $17.50 admission now through the end of July. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
Hey, Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code Beck. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Preset. Preset. That's Preset. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. Lots to get to today. From this cannot be true to a Seinfeld star faces a shocking accusation online, and a TV host gets fired in the middle of a live show. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello.
You are with us. You can send us a dispatch as well over at thenewsjunkie.com or in the News Junkie app. You can also watch the show on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie or twitch.tv/the same. Screwed it all up today. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Not too shabby. How are you, sir?
Good. You know what this all means?
What does it mean?
It's time, friends, for a Share the Show Tuesday. Yes, indeed. That means you share the show along with us here on a Tuesday. And it's easy for you to do. All you have to do is tell somebody about the show, the podcast, the live stream. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Just share the word about the News Junkie in this very radio station. We want you to hang out with us today, and we got a lot to show you along the way. One thing I wanted to mention right off the rip here, C-Lane, was, I have to go back to go forward on this very quickly, a small story. Some time ago, I was in my studio here, and in front of me, I've got there's equipment. We have screens on screens on screens. Yeah. Okay, there's
constantly
so many screens.
Just shopping for new screens. I think what could I put? If I got this, what could I put on it? What could I put on this screen?
I mean, there's a lot of them around here, and that's just the way it kind of is in the industry and where we're going technologically. I think we are probably the most advanced radio show on planet Earth. Literally, I think that's the truth. I don't think I'm exaggerating here. Now, a long time ago, well, not that long ago, but earlier this year, as I was doing the show, I looked down and there was a tiny spider staring back at me on my broadcast desk.
Oh, no, what's wrong now?
And the tiny little spider made its way over to me, and I freaked out in the middle of the segment, and I slapped it. I smashed the spider and killed it on my broadcast desk here in my studio. And almost immediately after that, bad luck started to appear everywhere. I had just streaks of bad luck after streaks of bad luck. I've had situations you would not believe that I've been dealing with. It's been a wild ride, and hence the spider curse really, truly took hold here on the show. Now, as of today, there's a brand new, very, very limited magnet. The News Junkie magnet Spider Curse has been dropped. Now, you can get this if you subscribe right now to Secret Shows and claim that as your gift after you subscribe. Or if you're already a subscriber, if you gift a subscription or multiple subscriptions to somebody else today. That's the good news. The bad news is there's only 100 of them ever. And the other bad news is it comes along with the spider curse itself. I've taken the stack of magnets. I've rubbed it in the spot where the spider curse started.
Why would you try to curse the good people?
I view it this way, C-Lane. If they put it on their refrigerator at home and hide it, well, then they have the spider curse. If not, if somebody pulls it off their car Game of Magnet style, they don't have the spider curse, but the person who steals their magnet in Game of Magnets does.
What if they put the magnet on their car?
Yes.
For Game of Magnets.
Yes.
Is the car cursed now?
The car is not cursed. That's just in play. But if you take the magnet, the curse is transferred to you. That's the best way I could think of to get rid of this. The other bad news is over half of them are gone already. Okay, I put out 100. Over half of them are gone right now. Meep says, finally getting it. He's trying to get rid of the curse and pawn it off on us. Yes, true. Yes, absolutely. That's what's happening. And so far, those are going pretty fast. So make a move. I will tell you, I'll go through all the people who have gifted subscriptions at some point during the show. I'm not going to hit you with all of those right now because they're coming in fast and furious. But if you want to get a premium subscription on the newsjunkie.com and in the app that unlocks secret shows, now's your time. There's a ton of them. Let's get started here. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a woman driving her vehicle, C-Lane. And there's just one little problem. She's got a tire completely and totally missing. And
there's
this
some
lady,
of it still on there if you look really closely.
There's just no air. There's no air. There's a little rubber around the rim at this point.
Nowhere for the air to go.
And I got to tell you, this is bad for the female drivers out there. This is not going to help this. And then the guy knows it who's filming this, for God's sake. But here's what happened. Let's listen in. That's what it sounds like when you have no tire.
Oh, the ridge breaking off and shooting loose to me. Oh, she's sparking.
So they're traveling around. This woman is behind them in her van. She has the wheel, the tire on her car is down to just the rim. You can hear that on the asphalt. And the guy's trying to make a funny video. And she realizes she's being videotaped.
Let's take a turn. Stupid pussy want to get viral. That's it.
Well, you helped us go viral. We were just trying to put air in your tire.
No.
CCC.
What? Yeah. He says C. Is she even Spanish? I thought she was Asian.
No.
Not on account of the driving, but on account of, I just thought she looked Asian. You don't think so?
She sounds Spanish.
She stops eventually and she gets mad at him for videotaping her. And she's like, you a pussy.
Yeah, that's part of why she sounded Spanish. The way she said stupid MFer. And then she said, you stupid pussy.
I thought she was Asian. I who knows? We can't tell. She's just sitting in the car.
You think everybody's Asian.
Stupid pussy want to get viral. That's it.
Well, you helped us go viral. We were just trying to put air in your tire.
No.
CCC. Yeah, see right here?
My
it
favorite
just
part.
needs a little bit of air. It was low on air.
It's not, the tire's gone. It's just a rim. It's just...
Here, the way when the tire starts folding like that, it gets low on tire pressure, and it'll really affect your gas mileage.
Look at how ruined that rim already is.
I mean, she kept driving on it. People, and I say this for all people. I say this to all of you with all of the peace and all of the love.
Men,
that I can
women,
send.
red and yellow, black and white.
Because let's be real, half of you guys can't change a tire if you had a gun to your head. Let's not pretend like women don't know how to drive and I do. And get out of here. Half of you have no idea. I saw a guy the other day, true story. He went to an Advanced Auto Parts and then he said, I needed an oil change. And he just takes out the bolt on his oil pan and lets all the oil drain. He doesn't know where it's draining. It just drains into the parking lot of the Advanced Auto Parts while he pours more oil in on top, which summarily just falls right back through the hole that he's opened up in the bottom of his oil pan. This is less than Forrest Gump intellect, actually, that we're dealing with here. So this is not a men versus women thing, okay? This is really, truly, a lot of people are dumb about cars. When your tire is flat, stop, all right? Stop. Sea-Witch has a point here. AAA is like $39 a year, FFS. Yes, just stop when your tire is like this. Good God. I've done it before. It's not a good idea. Then you don't just need a tire, you need a rim. And then you might need like other rims. God only knows what's going on. The thing that I truly regret about modern society, I sound like the Unabomber right now. The thing that I truly regret about modern society, and I mean this with all of my heart, is that kids are no longer growing up with two things. One, the information and ability to drive with a stick shift, a manual transmission. It's gone. It's over with. I don't even know if there's any cars you could buy with stick shifts anymore. Nobody knows how to drive a manual transmission
I have it on good
anymore.
authority that it's a very, very small percentage of cars.
It's crazy. They used to be able to get these. It used to be a cheaper option in many cases. In fact, most cars used to have this, but now you can't get it. And the second thing, and this is truly, it's worse than little toddlers with iPads all the time. No young people are learning what I learned and what so many people learned growing up, what you learned growing up. And that is, if you don't have a lot of money, you have to learn to fix your car. You have to learn how to change the oil. You have to learn how to replace the brake pads. You have to learn what happens when your tire is flat, and then how to go get used retreaded tires because they're cheaper because you don't have that much money. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are valuable pieces of information, but now our cars drive themselves, and people have run flat tires on expensive vehicles, and oh my God. The pee-pee poo-poo man says, wait till you find out these people vote. I wish they couldn't. I wish I could take away the voting rights of people just at random when I look and see stuff like this. I'm like, no, ain't no way your vote should mean as much as mine. No shot that should happen. So there you go. That starts us off on the show today. We have a story you pussy. We have a story that people will not stop sending to me. And I'm just going to play it to get it over with. I'm just going to play the story, the body cam footage from this to get it over with because you guys just will not stop. I have more questions about our food industry and are you trusting your food, as a video has gone mega viral in the last couple of days. We'll check in on the spider curse magnets and see how many there are left and a whole lot more. Real quick, I want to point a couple of things out. You can email the show, tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. As Bandit says, first generation to be dumber than the previous. Maybe, right? Like, is that true? First generation to be dumber than the previous is probably true.
About certain things.
Like, they can't read and write, half of these kids in certain schools.
That's true.
They can't read and write. We learned that they can't, summarize small portions of text, like a couple of pages of text. They can't read that and then summarize it.
Well, they have anxiety, Sean.
They can't read books. They can't read in general. They can't change the tire pressure in their tires. They don't know how to change the oil, or I don't know. All of that seems bad, but I sound like an old man. Maybe you're young and you're listening. You're like, Sean, I can do all of those. Please restore my faith in the youth.
Now,
I have faith in the youth for so many things. You guys are smart as hell at so many things, and you're so good at so many things. But I'm just pointing out the things you're not good at.
Now, would you be on my side with this part? Because okay, fine. I
want to know, though.
I'm a manly man who likes to do man things.
I don't know. Maybe I was right to be off before. I don't know.
I learned, early on from my dad changing a tire, how to change a tire. I've never changed my own oil, but there's plenty of things on a car that I've done myself. Yeah. I've replaced window actuators on a car after
that's advanced.
Hit a pothole and broke them. But that was something we did on YouTube, and it was actually quite fun to take stuff apart and figure it out. The tire thing, though, while I've done that a handful of times in times where it's needed, I no longer desire to do that.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter if you don't want to do anything any longer if you know how to do it. Like you don't have to do certain things, but you have earned the knowledge. And you are able to do them if you needed to.
Right.
Like, for instance, if you and your family were driving along, you got Jackson in a car seat, you got your lovely wife in the passenger seat, and you get a flat tire. You might go, hey, I know how to do this. I've done it before. I went through that time. But I also have AAA. So I'm going to call him right now. AAA is going to come out. My family's going to sit in the nice air conditioning. Jackson's going to watch a show on the tablet. Nobody will even know that anything happened here. You earned that right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a rite of passage in some ways. All right, couple of things. Jill emails the show, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, junkies, I'm an Arizona podcast listener. You guys get me through my Monday through Wednesday work week. Hates Thursdays and Fridays, apparently.
That's their work week. That's this person's work week. Yeah.
You got down to the 3-day work week? Woo! Good for you.
Can't believe that's how you took it. You're like, oh, gosh, they don't like Thursday and Friday.
Well, it just said you get me through my Monday through Wednesday work week. So I thought somebody else gets it through Thursday and Friday. I'm catching up on your show, and I just listened to Friday's episode. I have a porta potty story about a friend who lost her phone and wallet in one during a festival in Northwest Indiana. She's a successful attorney who owns a practice there in Indiana. She stood outside the porta potty for a few minutes contemplating retrieving the phone or wallet, but then decided it wasn't worth it. She spent a few days after the concert canceling cards, getting a new phone, and a new driver's license. Then one day shortly after, she received a phone call at her office. It was the porta potty company saying they found her phone and wallet and she could pick it up at her convenience. Apparently,
do that?
I'd never heard this before. Apparently, after the porta potties are used, the company flushes it through some system that has a filtering system to retrieve non-flushable items. She said they were so nice and she felt obligated to pick it up. They had it nicely packaged in a Ziploc bag. After offering them a small reward for their effort, she took the bag to her office and placed it in a dumpster. It was one of our greatest concert memories. Thanks for being so entertaining. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Jill. Thank you for the email, Jill.
We talked about the guy in the porta potty who said he was retrieving his Mountain Dew, which sounded absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But of all the things that you think you might go back for, Josh said his dog, which it makes sense. If it was a living being, though, you'd probably think a little more towards the option of going into the porta potty or at least reaching down in there. The phone is hard, man. The phone. I know that you think that there's
it's not hard for me. I'm not getting in there and getting a phone.
Yeah, but as somebody who was separated from my phone at a music festival where I was going to be for another couple days, it was very isolating of a feeling. And
you'll be okay. You're gonna be okay. You'll figure out how to get back home. You'll survive, but you'll never survive that. You know what I mean? Reaching down and grabbing that, having that all over your hands. You can wash your hands 100,000 times.
There are people who do this for a living.
I know, and those people cannot shake hands with me. Just for the record, all right?
Those people have shaken hands with you. Those people have 100% shaken hands with you.
No,
these people are listeners.
Nope, today is a good day. This is a good day. The Spider Curse is being shipped off to the listeners. Today is a good day, all right? When we come back, we'll get into the body cam video you will not stop sending me, so we will watch it just to make this stop and save my inbox a little bit. We'll get to another story that shocked me today. Some more of your emails about mailbox money. And do we trust the food supply? That's all just in the first hour of a busy show today on a Share the Show Tuesday. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. Traffic in the Orlando area is still moving a bit slow today for those who need to travel eastbound on the interstate between 192 and 535. Traffic moving well right now for those taking the Beach Line and the Greenway today. No major delays to report.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Welcome behind the scenes, everybody. How are you doing? What's the magnet count? Let me tell you. Hang on. Let me see. 36 left. There are 36 left. There are 50 subscriptions available over on the website. How we doing, everybody, on a Share the Show Tuesday? Uh-oh. Okay. Everybody. Yeah. There are only about 30 or so of these left. They each come with a small piece of the Spider Curse. They have been rubbed right here. This is the exact spot on the broadcast table, transferring the Spider Curse to the very spooky Spider Curse magnet. There are only technically 96 of these available because Courtney took 4 for the archives. And before the show even started, people started going nuts, gobbling them up. So we have about 36 of these left. How do you get one? You could subscribe right now over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's as little as $2.99 a month to subscribe to Secret Shows. You could subscribe, and then when you're done, you get to claim a gift. This could be your gift before they run out. Also, if you're already a subscriber, you could gift one subscription and claim these. Gift 5, claim 5, whatever you want to do. There's other items you can claim as well. The Spider Curse Magnet. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. Somebody says, how do we claim subscriptions? You just go to the website when you're logged in and hit claim, and then there you go. You're good. It's easy. It says subscriptions available right on the top of the newsjunkie.com. You hit that, you hit the claim button, and you are granted premium access to the show. Couple of minutes and we're back live with this body cam footage, which is crazy. Well, there goes 4 more. Thanks to Marsh Melody. Thanks, Janine. Thank you for the gifted subs. For all of you gifting subscriptions right now, number one, thank you so much. Thank you for the big support. We are hovering right at a record number of subscribers, which would put us at 25%. If we had like a thing, like a fundraising thing, we're at 25% to the freedom mark. All right? If we get that to 100% at the end of this 3-year deal that I just signed, we're off and running. We're done. We're off. We don't need corporations. Thank you, Rage, for the 10 gifted subscriptions. Thank you, my cousin Mose. Thank you very much. If you want to get in on the action, hit that gift icon over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. But remember, you're taking with you a little bit of the Spider Curse. And if you put it on your car, whoever takes it in Game of Magnets, the Spider Curse travels along with them. Do you want that? Well, we shall see. How many of you saw the body cam footage of this UCF student that's gone mega viral? Anybody saw this? The UCF student that got arrested? How many of you have seen this footage? People will not stop sending it to me. Lawn crew is out there. Hopefully they will not interrupt this segment. We also have to talk about flock cameras, a Seinfeld star in some big trouble. We got a celebrity guest joining us on the show. And a lot more. I thought 100% is when you just disappear forever on the island your secret show payments paid for. No. The way this works is if we get to the record here of subscribers, which we might get to today, I don't know, depending on how generous everybody is, we'll be at 25%. If we can get to 100%, everything will be set up for us to not need any corporation to do anything. We can grow on our own. We can do everything we need to from there. We can, support everybody with salaries, all of that good stuff. 1 minute, we're coming back. Thank you to Coalac for the gifted subscription. How do I gift subscriptions? Hit the gift icon on thenewsjunkie.com. Follow the instructions. When you're done, be careful to claim your gift for gifting. And that could be this, the Spider Curse Magnet. All right, we're coming back right now. Stand by. Here we go.
Spruce. Pet friendly. Weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Preset. Preset. That's preset. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
That you won't stop sending me in a moment, but you're out of control. The amount of people trying to get the spider curse magnet, to me, it makes no sense. C-Lane, how does it make sense that so many people want the spider curse magnet when I told them it comes with a piece of the curse from the studio? That seems like you wouldn't want that.
Maybe they don't believe you.
I mean, I'm telling you.
I'll take it. I don't believe in curses.
Here's one of the few remaining right here, the spider curse magnet.
It's a good-looking magnet.
It's cool as hell, and I take it, and this is the exact spot on my broadcast desk where the spider was killed that started the curse, and I rubbed each of them on this. So when you have it in your possession, if you want to put it on your refrigerator so no one ever steals it, put it in your personal collection, that's fine, but the spider curse comes along with it. It's just how it goes. There's not a whole bunch of those left. I'll check on them in a bit over on thenewsjunkie.com. You will not stop sending me this body cam footage that's gone explosively viral over the last 4 or 5 days. So I'm just going to play it so everybody calms down. All right, I'm going to play this, and then we're going to move along. This is this student at UCF, University of Central Florida, identified as 27-year-old Jarrett Vick, who was in an interaction with a police officer on the campus.
Oh, I know this one. This is a good one.
Went viral.
This is a good one.
The cop is like, what the hell is going on here? And people will not stop emailing, messaging, direct messaging links to these. You guys got to talk about this. And I'm like, I don't know. It's just some weirdo. Like, do we really need to? But they're demanding it. So this happened last year, but it was just released and started to go viral on Friday. A police officer shows up to a campus, and then this blue-haired University of Central Florida student, 27 years old, a student almost old as Courtney was when she was going to UCF. She was a very old student. They thought she was a teacher for a short period of time because she had been there for.
I know. They thought she was a teacher.
Years. Yeah, they did. They were like, well, do you get the teacher's discount? She's still young, but, older than some of the students there at one point in time. But here's the footage they won't stop sending to me.
I'm not supposed to be here! If you don't lower your voice,
that's the student.
I'm going to put handcuffs on you, and I'm going to take you to a Baker Act facility. You lower your voice. Try it. Are you threatening me?
I like the try it. Try it. Like, what is the threat delivery mechanism? Try it. Okay. Your bravery is about to evaporate.
You're threatening me. Are you threatening me? I'm not just... Because I'm here right now to deal with a stolen vehicle. I ain't got time to hear you screaming and yelling. I don't have time to constantly be abused. We'll get OPD down here then, because I gotta wait for the stolen vehicle. What do you mean OPD?
What do you mean OPD? You might have put this together. That's Orlando Police Department, since they're in Central Florida at the school, Central Florida, University of Central Florida.
What is the flex of getting OPD to deal with it? Like, it's like, oh, I'm campus police. I'll leave the real police to you, or the meaner police to you, or
the cop who's on campus with this blue haired weirdo is like protesting all of this. the cop that's on campus is there because somebody's vehicle was stolen. Somebody's vehicle was stolen, and that's what the cop is there for, which is like, okay, that's legit.
73 University. Alpha 73. Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here? He is having a breakdown.
Oh, God!
Just say the right pronoun! What'd you say?
Oh, no, the cop pulled out the pepper spray. So this person said she, because the cop said he, and I guess this Jarrett Vic is identifying as transgender or something, so that's what the screeching was about. And the cop goes, okay, out comes the pepper spray.
Get down on the ground right now.
No!
You're about to get sprayed.
No!
Get down on the ground right now.
Leave me alone!
I can come in there.
Leave me alone, please!
Okay, are you going to calm down?
You can't hide in the mailroom.
This is so fun. It seems like an absolute bit. Like if you did this on Reno 911, they might reject the episode and go, nah, the blue-haired kid, or grown man, 27 years old, the blue-haired person, blue-haired adult is going to be too over the top, and people aren't going to believe that this person is legitimate. They'll think it's acting. You know, it's like you want it to be more real, even for Reno 911, and that's how over the top it is.
Get my phone out. I have to film this.
I'm telling you.
I have to film this.
I will calm down. I will calm.
You know what this is?
I will calm down when you get the pepper spray out of my face.
Alpha 73.
Leave me alone.
I have
just please.
Pepper spray.
Just stop putting the pepper spray at me. I will calm down if you do that.
Somebody says, take the wig off. Is that a wig? I didn't even know. I just assumed it was like, somebody in their 20s dyeing their hair.
It looks like it could be a wig.
Maybe it is. And somebody says the blue-haired dude is Cartman. A little bit of Cartman vibes, yeah.
Stop fighting me!
Yeah, lower your voice.
What in the hell?
Alone!
Do you want to get tased?
I want you to leave now!
Can I weigh in? Because I would like this person to get tased. If I have a vote, I'm for tasing. Please, I think that might be something here. Just keep in mind, the cop is here for a stolen car, not to bother a bunch of immigrants or something. The cop is on campus for a stolen vehicle investigation. Come on, guys, please fix her. The cop is on campus for a stolen vehicle investigation.
It is kind of funny that she tried to hide in the mailroom.
True.
Oh, you have been particularly abusing me.
If you come towards me one more time,
follow me.
You are gonna.
It's such abuse administrators. Don't you remember?
Bro, this is an adult. This person is 27 years old. What? Like, how are you going to? I saw one of the comments said these are the people who are trying to defend Palestine, and they can't take the pressure of this. I don't know if there's any lineup with that here with this person. But if you can't, here's where I would put it. I would go, this person, if you can't just take the sight of a police officer or somebody saying like he instead of when you want she, you're not going to be able to make it in the real world. It's brutal out there. You got to be a little tougher than that. Every little one of you, every single one of you out there. I don't care what your background is, where you're from, or you got to have a little bit of a backbone, because all of us know, all of us people who just go through life, we know that there are difficult times, and you cannot be this fragile. You have to be a little stiffer than this. This is a total meltdown. My God.
Put the focus on me, okay?
Put the focus on me.
13. Okay. Get away!
This person's trying to calm down the blue-haired person.
Don't tell me where to go.
You cop!
Cop.
You're a cop!
I want to
No, it's too late. It's too late.
Hey, you can't be so brave as to take on the police and also like so shaky at the same time. Like, it doesn't work for me. You either have to be alpha or not alpha. And I don't know why you're being alpha when somebody's just investigating a stolen car. That seems like it would be a fine thing to me. This person was never told no by their parents. That's probably the case. Yeah. They were told you're very special. You're very, very special. And no one should ever refuse anything that you ask.
He's going to be taken away.
Uh-oh, did it again.
Oh, no. Buddy.
I just want to get away from him.
He needs to...
He keeps doing it.
He keeps doing it.
Misgendering me. Just say she.
Oh, he's putting gloves on. What is this for? What do the gloves do?
Can you please just tell them to use the right pronouns? Please.
All the employees at the school, and that's what this was filmed at University of Central Florida, this 27-year-old person. All of the employees at the school are like, oh, God. Oh, boy. What am I doing?
You know it's causing me a lot of distress.
I need to drink down here, though, okay?
All you have to do is mind your own business.
So I'm going to ask you very nicely. Put your stuff down, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Uh-oh. Well, what has the person done that's illegal? I guess not following the instructions of the police officer. I don't know. That's a good point. But I think maybe they would say interfering with an investigation because the cop was there to try to investigate. But
honestly, if I'm the guy with a missing car, I saw this, I'd be like, all right, man, I'll get a new car.
What was he arrested for? See if you could find this out. It's Jarrett, Jarrett.
I got it. I got to
play this.
Put your stuff down.
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Okay, so
is this what goths are in 2026?
You can record all you want, but it's already beyond that point. We already tried.
You're stressing me out.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just asking you to please
It
stop.
doesn't matter.
We already tried to help you. So
No, you didn't.
yes.
You came in with hostile intent.
Put your hands.
You came in with hostile attempt?
Yeah.
Intent, maybe?
Get on the ground right now.
Now he's on the run.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Oh no!
Sean!
The cop is now raising his voice though. It's like get on the ground.
All right.
Get on.
So the arrest report says charge details: disorderly conduct, a second-degree misdemeanor, resisting officer without violence, first-degree misdemeanor, and then I guess we're about to see the third-degree felony of battery on a law enforcement.
Oh no! This person actually hits the cop.
Me.
Get down on the ground right now.
Oh no! All right, this is resisting arrest.
You can get resisting without even like a physical altercation.
Just like walking away?
Or just like saying no, I think.
This was so preventable.
Get down on the ground.
Dude! Oh, it's still running! This is so over the top. YouTube.com/The News Junkie if you want to see what's going on here. I'll put it up on See It Now after. Is that it? Oh, I think they've got this person secured. But how? There's so much more of this video. I mean, I don't want to watch the same thing over and over and over again. I think that's it. Yeah, they've arrested them. All right, so that, I guess, is going mega viral. It has been clogging up my inbox. It says a newly released UCF police body cam footage video shows trans student Jarrett Vick arrested after melting down. These people do not belong in society, this person says. This is just somebody reposting it, I guess. Oh, this is a Rumble user, so hence the charged language that they've got there. Anyhow, okay, you can stop sending that to me, please, for the sake of God, all right? We've seen it. We've seen it. Thank you for that.
Oh, this was downtown, at the downtown campus.
Is that where it was? I thought it looked different than...
Well, when they got outside, I was like, that doesn't look like campus. But this was, down on Livingston. I was assigned to patrol the downtown campus. Vic was yelling and being belligerent with Officer Dan Riley, causing a disruption in the main lobby.
For those of you who don't know, the University of Central Florida is a very, 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 very big college. C-Lane went there.
One of the biggest in the country, I think.
Yeah. C-Lane is one of their most notable students. It's not like Kim Jong-un style, but there are many paintings of him around the campus, from what I hear. That's what people have said. So he's famous around those parts. Shouts out to you over there at UCF.
That's
if you're
right.
listening to us today.
My fellow Knights.
There they are. All right. Thank you for that. I'm sorry that happened on your campus, but maybe it's all resolved now. Here's a video dispatch on our Rate My Blank real quick, C-Line. Hang on. Hold that thought. Man Kickin' says, Sean, I did an 1.5-hour drive to get to a strange place to take a video of magnets, and I even edited it. Okay, we'll see if C-Line and I like this.
You wanted weird spots. for your magnets to be, and I got it for you. Iowa's largest frying pan in Brandon, Iowa. It is huge. And if any of you are interested, we'll be leaving one of the magnets on the handle and another magnet on the back side of the frying pan.
That's fantastic. Oh, the Swillies on that one. Yeah. Okay. So this particular user, who was it again? Oh God, Man Kickin' put his magnet collection. I have to give that a bookmark, Sealand, so we can remember this for later. Man Kickin' put his magnet collection on the world's largest frying pan.
No, he said Iowa's largest frying pan. I wonder.
It's not even the world's largest.
Did somebody make a bigger one?
Iowa's largest frying pan. It says Brandon, Iowa. That was fantastic. I'm going to star you as a user as well. And that's going up in our top entries for Rate My Blank this week, which is Rate My Magnet. That's a good one. Let's see if somebody can beat it. All right, quick break. When we come back, we have to get to a stunning piece of news that has just crossed my desk. Some of your emails, and should we trust what's happening with food in our country? A really interesting twist on that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Music weekends are Classic Alternative.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting fewer rain and storm chances. It's still going to be quite hot and humid, though. So plan for around a 30% chance of a couple of hit and miss afternoon and evening showers and storms, some of which could provide some frequent lightning and thunder, heavy rain, gusty winds. Temperature-wise, it will be hot, though, with highs in the mid-90s. Plan for a high of 95 degrees, but feels like temperatures in the low 100. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. I hope you can hear me. I'm not able to see the computer to see if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. You hear me? SCO mic activated. How we doing, everybody? You can stop sending me that video now. Is that what a goth is like in 2026? Oh my goodness. Ex-swimmer is trying to win the competition. Folks, I can't show you, I don't think, the dispatch just sent in by ex-swimmer. It says the $1 million dispatch. I mean, this could rocket to the top of our Rate My Blank for the week, which is Rate My Magnets. Oh my, I just saw it, said Bootsy. Did not know that. Wow. Looking at some of these comments, Rumble isn't the only place for transphobia. Shaking my damn head. This person is unhinged, gender notwithstanding. Well, here's the rub on this. This person is like the worst representation for any like actual transgender person ever. Even transgender people are cringing at this. Transgender people that I've met in real life just want to live their lives. This is some like strange, bizarre, attention-starved individual who needs to grow up rapidly. That's what I would say. The rest of it doesn't matter. Swilly says to ex-swimmer, holy moly. My word. Great. Jack now wants one of the spider magnets, so that's going to take one away from our circulation. This one is going to Jack for a great cause. This may be available at the poker tournament as part of a large collage. Jack does such an awesome job on those every year. They always raise a whole bunch of money for mustard seed, which is such a good cause. All right, a lot of gifted subs available. I'm going to make sure everybody is added to the list, of course. But I want to see how many of the magnets we have left. There are 15 Spider Curse magnets left. That's it. You get a little piece of the Spider Curse with it. You get an incredibly rare magnet. Hilarious piece of truth for you. I lose money on every one of these I send to you. I lose money on all of them. But they're cool and I want to get them out to you. Support the show. Hit that gift icon over on thenewsjunkie.com. SKB says, what's the keyword? I don't know, but I hope somebody gives it to you. Guys, do not sleep on our keyword contest. iHeart has been doing the keyword contest for $1,000 for so long that less people are participating. Take that as an opportunity to get $1,000, for God's sake. You're crazy not to. You're smart. I know you are. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate that. We're coming back, everybody. Here we go.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more. I just took a COVID test. Ugh. Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now from $699 with exclusive student pricing from $599. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real radio. 104.1.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the new.
Tuesday. Boy, y'all are being generous today. I'll make sure before the end of the show I shout out everybody who has gifted subscriptions, premium subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com to other users. If you've ever wanted to give it a shot, what I want you to do is make your way over to thenewsjunkie.com and gobble up one of these subscriptions because there's a ton of them available right now. Now, as far as the magnets, the Spider Curse magnets, there's only a handful. And I just got a text message from our friend Jack Bradshaw, and he said, can you save one of those? Because there was only 100 to begin with. Then Courtney took 4 for the archives.
Whoa.
That's 96.
Is he sure, though?
What? Oh, the curse?
Because I know what he wants. I know what he wants it for, too.
Yeah, he wants it for a great cause, for a charity.
You want to curse the silent auction, Jack?
Every year, Jack takes the News Junkie magnets and does this beautiful collage, and it makes a ton of money every year for this game of magnets entry for a charity event. And he wanted one of these. And I said, I'll give you the one in the studio. So that brings it down to 95. And now I think a lot of them are gone. There's a couple left if you want to grab one, but do it at your own risk. I'm warning you ahead of time. I think that's an important thing.
Real quick before we get into this, check your text messages. I just sent you. Thank you to the tipster on the texting service who has settled the wig or no wig debate from last segment's video.
For the body cam footage from the college?
Yes.
Okay, wig. Wig was the answer then?
100% a wig.
Yeah. Hold on. What happened there? Okay, yeah. This is the individual without the wig on. I think this person's having a rough go at it. They need a little break, a little relaxation.
I mean, the first thing the guy said was Baker Act. Might not have been the worst idea.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like it could be in the cards, and maybe that's potentially a good idea for somebody in this situation. All right, I got to get into a couple of your emails. I wanted to share something with you very quickly before that. We should be having a guest joining us in the next hour in a little bit here, which will be interesting. But there is this woman. She has a GoFundMe. We'll see if Sealand can find the GoFundMe for this lady. Here's the story as I have it. I'll play this clip for you in a bit. A Louisiana woman suffered a catastrophic genital injury in Honduras. she had to be air evac'd back to the United States of America from Honduras, which cost her $50,000. All right. Now, I want to throw this out there for a bunch of reasons, but ladies, I have to know, I didn't realize that this was quite as big of a risk for you. Everybody knows you kick a guy in the genitals and there's that wave of pain and it's a tough time and, things get tough. I've seen women fighting and trying to kick each other in the same way, but I always thought, well, it's not going to do the level of damage that it would do to a man. But in this case, the woman's name is Kirsten Lindsay, Sealand, Kirsten Lindsay. Mm-hmm. And she was injured during a daytime excursion on day 3 of a Carnival cruise. I hope it was an official sanctioned excursion, Lindsay. When she tried to release herself from a rope swing, she fell on an apparent retrieval line that got stuck. Lindsay and her boyfriend say the injury began to swell. So it got her right in the crotch, and the injury began to swell. After trying to walk it off, she eventually needed a wheelchair. My God. According to her GoFundMe, again, I'll play the video in a second, the pain became so bad that Lindsay could barely move and her breathing would stop when she started falling asleep. My God. As the pain worsened, it was recommended she be evacuated to the United States, which cost her about $50,000. She's had one surgery, according to her, is going to have a second one. I'm going to mute this because the person on the video curses. You can watch at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Here's what happened to this lady. Remember, she's on a Carnival cruise line, and she's on one of the excursions, and she's doing a zip line, or like a rope thing. And when she does it, here she goes. She's got the rope. It's like a rope zip line, like a long rope hanging off a zip line thing. She's going to go off the edge, and when she does, she falls on like a guide line or a guy line, whatever you want to say. And it does indeed get her in the crotch when she falls. She falls on a wire below her. She only falls a couple of feet. Really, she doesn't fall that far. It's sort of like a tightrope line, like a slack line that's below her.
Yeah, but she's putting her entire weight on it.
Yeah, she falls directly on it. I did not know that a female could do that much damage, that you would have to go to the hospital, that you would have to get, she's had multiple surgeries, for God's sake. I mean, this is much worse than I ever thought it would be, and she really hurt herself. At first, people were kind of laughing because you just see this woman and she's about to have fun on a rope swing thing, and then very quickly you see, oh, she doesn't make it. No, that's funny. She drops on her crotch, but I guess it was way worse. Did you find her GoFundMe, Sealand?
Yeah, and it's weird. You said that it was $50,000 to airlift her back to Louisiana or to wherever she was having medical attention done. Uh-huh. The GoFundMe the goal is only set to $16,000.
Okay, and I'm on up that.
They're 84% there. They've raised $13,425. Helped bring Kristen home after a devastating cruise accident. So maybe she's not home. Maybe they got her to
somewhere in the U.S.
What was supposed to be Kirsten's first cruise turned into the worst experience of our lives. Day 3 of our Carnival cruise. I'm going to put the brand name in. Kirsten was seriously injured during a rope swing excursion. Based on what we witnessed, a retrieval/tagline appears to have been improperly connected to the swing as she swung out. The line tightened between her legs just before she dropped, causing catastrophic injury. At first, she thought it was only a scratch. She even walked back to our transportation trying to laugh through the pain. Within hours, the swelling became severe, pain unbearable. She needed a wheelchair just to get back to the cabin. I called 911 from the ship. She was rushed to the medical center. Doctors treated her for hours. Swelling continued to worsen until it had reached roughly the size of a baseball.
Okay. Wow. First of all, a baseball. That's why somebody just chatted over on TNJ chat. I think they said, what does she have, a paper vagina? And like, this is pretty bad, I guess. It doesn't look, somebody also said, was it a metal wire below her that she fell on with her crotch? I don't think so. It's kind of bouncy looking, whatever it is.
It's not metal, but...
No, it doesn't. No, it's right here. It's next to her. Then it drops below her, and then she falls on it. It's kind of bouncing around. You're right. That doesn't mean it's rubber, but it just kind of bounces.
It looked like it was already under her legs, which definitely should not have been.
My God, that's rough. I'm going to put this up on See It Now. In fact, I'll get the screenshot of this now. There we go. Right.
Man,
Perfect.
Imagine this situation. The ship's doctors gave us 3 options.
Yeah.
1, air evacuate to the United States. 2, be taken to a hospital in Cozumel and figure out our own way home. 3, remain in the ship's medical facility for the rest of the cruise. They chose air evacuation. We were then told we needed a $20,000 deposit, another $30,000 upon arrival, and we only had a few hours to make that decision. I don't know that I could just throw down that kind of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, you've already spent money on the cruise, right?
Yeah.
You've already spent money on the cruise, and now you've got this going on. I'm putting this up right now. Whoops. I'm putting this up on See It Now so you guys can see the visual here if you're listening to the show today at your leisure. If you're a Secret Show subscriber, you can watch that whenever you want. Go get it over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. But that is, I know it's tempting to just kind of laugh at that. That must have really, really done some damage. That must have really actually hurt her. And ladies, you can weigh in on this if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you over at thenewsjunkie.com. Real quick, they said it has happened. I didn't know things were this bad, but they said it's happened. South Florida has seen a rapid rise in the cost of living. Those of you down there know this. But Miami has just surpassed New York City, where the cost of living in Miami is more expensive than in the nation's capital, New York City, or New York's capital, I guess I should say. One and the same. New York City is now less expensive to live in than the metropolitan area of Miami. It's now second only to San Francisco, California, in terms of the cost of living, which, of course, the Bay Area has cost of living is through the roof because all the mega rich people have inflated the economy over in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley and all that stuff. New York is third place. So they said Miami, Fort Lauderdale got a score of 114.155 compared to 112 for New York, New Jersey. Miami metro prices have climbed 36% since 2019. Meanwhile, Miami home prices have soared 79% since the pandemic. It's more expensive to live in Miami than it is in New York City. If you're down there, let us know how you feel about that info. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Back in a moment.
Somebody said this
Go
girl's
ahead.
story is exactly why you should purchase travel insurance when you take a cruise. Evacuations would be reimbursed.
Sealane buys travel insurance. I didn't really know about it much until Sealane started using it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I used it. So I first learned about travel insurance when we all went to Jamaica together.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then, because that was part of the deal with Sandals, was they included travel insurance with your purchase. And then the second time I went to Jamaica, I actually had to use it because I had to go to the doctor. I had to have them bring a doctor to me.
You got sick or something,
I
right?
got a really bad ear infection. I had to have them flush out my ear because I was in immense pain and it wasted a couple days of my vacation.
Yeah.
And so
this lady wasted the whole rest of her vacation.
Yeah. And so the travel insurance was great because, I had to come out of pocket at the time, but then I just set up the, I submitted the claim and they emailed me a paper check that I printed out at your house and then took a picture on my phone and the money came back.
Jesus. Maybe that's a smart idea if you're going on a trip anytime. So quick break. When we come back, more of your emails rolling in. We got a celebrity guest stopping by in just a bit and much more on the way. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
There's a crash blocking 2 right lanes westbound on Colonial past Dean Road. Move over and slow down if you see emergency crews on the roadways. An object on the roadways slowing down traffic on 429 southbound near.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pro Rewards members save more during Lowe's Pro Savings Days. Save up to 20% on in-stock rollbait when you spend $250 and up to 20% on in-stock free honey interior doors when you buy 6 or more. Valid through 7/31 while supplies last. Selection varies. See Lowe's.com for details.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents.
Stand by. Currently 75 subscriptions available over on thenewsjunkie.com if you want to claim them, but they are going. I'm watching them go. A lot of new subscribers coming on board. Don't forget, Secret Shows will be Thursday live at 8 p.m. here in the studio. Friday on demand for subscribers. 68 subscriptions left now. Magnets have to be gone, Abraham says. Good question. Let's see. Stand by. No, there's still 11 of the magnets left. People are being generous. They're claiming fewer of the magnets than they're gifting, which is so nice. The Diller says, what can I do with the stars I got gifted? Stars are, you need stars to do certain stuff in chat. You need points or stars to be able to post peaks and do different things. Those are like pictures. Features are unlocked with stars in chat. But also you can use it to post gifts. You can use it to gamble and bet on stuff, for fun stars, not for real money. It's a good time. You gamble, yes. Vicent says, anybody see the garlic powder recall? I did not. Tell me about this. Tell me about the garlic powder recall. What's going on? Is this related to the cyclospora stuff? My God, my email is getting absolutely annihilated today. We're back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hey, Neil, how are you? Good to see you. Sun State John, thank you for the gifted subs. Thanks, I'm new to the show. That was super cool to actually respond. Well, that's the beauty of chat, right? On my screen here, I've got Mega Chat, which is all the platforms together. I could see dispatches when they come in. I could see anything. And that way I can interact with what you're saying. Like Abraham just said on Twitch, damn, they laid off a lot of people at ESPN, including that guy who was in the middle of a segment. But I heard that guy kind of wasn't great. I don't really have a hard take on it because I don't watch ESPN, but I heard that guy was like not great. Ryan Clark, yeah, that guy. And I heard that guy, I heard the Ryan Clark guy was making $2 million a year at ESPN, which is crazy. All right, we're going to be back in 1 minute. We will get to flock cameras. We will get to the ESPN firings. We'll get to all of that. Stand by.
They're done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more. I just took a COVID test. Ugh. Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
Welcome in to the world's most viral newsroom. You can join the movement, join the show, and learn what's happening over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick correction. People lighting me up probably on the texting service about this, and that's fair enough. I deserve it. I was distracted. I apologize. The capital of New York is Albany. Yes, that is indeed correct. I am aware of that. Yes, I do know that. I'll file that away for Fritz on the Street just as a, make sure you don't screw that up twice kind of thing.
Aren't we?
But yes, we're on in Albany. Yes, I know we have affiliate in Albany. I'm saying this directly to the folks in Albany. I apologize. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a segment. I was dancing a little bit, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying, which happens from time to time. The capital of the United States of America is Washington, D.C. Capital of New York is Albany. Thank you. I'm the news junkie.
Now, what's the capital of Canada?
The capital of Canada is, I forgot from last week. Canada, you're so, it's not Montreal because that's what everybody's going to think, right? It's like Ottawa.
Yep, Ottawa.
Yeah, baby. All right.
How about Australia?
No, we just did this one too, and I said Brisbane, and that wasn't correct because it was something that sounds like Carrabba's. Is that right?
I think Canberra.
Canberra? Okay, it's the Carrabba's. Canberra. Thank you very much. Noted.
Canberra. That
noted
sounds more
capital
like Carrabba's.
genius. Thank you. God bless. There we go. I have to tell you, a lot of people are very wary of the foods that they're eating and the American food supply. I don't blame you for it at all, but I want to shed some light on somebody who I think is a bit of a brave hero in this case, and that is the one, the only Kelly Clarkson. I did not know that I would be doing this today,
right.
But Kelly Clarkson has come forward and said she may possibly have cyclospora. And I've been talking about how I think way more people have cyclospora than is officially on the record. Because other than the one guy we played the interview with yesterday who just went to the local news and he was like, I have been just in pain. It has been bad. I haven't slept in 7 days. It's been like a fountain, friend. Other than that guy, people don't want to say this, but Kelly Clarkson's like, I very well could have cyclospora. And she's telling everybody that she might be the latest to be on the hook for this. Kelly, 44, performed in Las Vegas on Saturday, where she shared the TMI update with fans. Now, it's not a TMI update, folks. You don't have to make this gross. It's not her fault that she might have cyclospora. It's the fault of our producers of the crops that we eat. It's the fault of our food chain. It's the fault of, a million different things that you rely on just to be safe when you're eating food. It's not her fault. Yeah, somebody says, don't apologize, you're human. Exactly, Neil. It is. If you get cyclospora, it's not your fault. I hate that I have to be the person to tell you this.
Maybe they're apologizing for talking about it.
I don't think, but even that, you don't have to. That's part of the problem. It's made embarrassing because explosive diarrhea is one of the side effects of this thing. So if you come out and go, I think I have cyclospora, then that's automatically what people think. It's not her fault. It doesn't mean anything gross about her. Sometimes when you get a sickness, it says something about you. I remember one of the ones that was kind of a big deal. When we were young, first it was lice. And if you had lice, it was equivalent to saying you live in filth and you're gross and you're disgusting. That wasn't really true because lice would just jump around.
And then it was AIDS.
You're right. It was. Afterwards, it was like, AIDS was a really, really rough one for a while until Magic Johnson kind of, I wouldn't want to say made it cool, but you pushed through the barriers there. And, the various other people who helped push that on. But for a while, it was like, ugh. But the one growing up that was always the toughest was pink eye. When you said you had pink eye, oh boy, yeah. Everybody thought that meant that you did something gross or something weird happened or you're dirty. Just how it goes, I guess. So there we are. And Kelly Clarkson, she's the brave one. She's the celebrity who's brave enough to come out and admit that she maybe has cyclospora right now. We've got the government confused as to where this is all coming from, and we'll work that in momentarily on the show. because I want to tell you more about what's happening and some of the freakouts that are occurring. But Anonymous emails with some good news. Anonymous says, I got mailbox money.
All right.
Hi, junkies. I know you talk about mailbox money from time to time. If you're new to the show, let me just tell you, I don't want people to feel left out. When we talk about mailbox money, that means usually class action or other things that we'll bring up where you could possibly get your hands on money from some settlements. And what we do is we talk about them, so you fill out the website and paperwork or whatever you have to do, and then we all forget about it, and then we get mailbox money 6 months, 8 months, a year later. Sometimes people have gotten a lot. And this person says, I know you talk about mailbox money from time to time. I can't remember if this is a case involving financial aid at some of the nation's top colleges or if it was an opportunity that you discussed. I think you did. Anyways, I put in my claim because I attended Duke as an undergraduate student. I just got my mailbox money settlement for $2,900.
Not bad.
That ain't bad for some mailbox money. That's stuffed up full of mailbox money. Ryan emails the show. He says, big whoops. A county executive accidentally signed a bill he meant to veto on term limits. Wait, so a politician was supposed to veto a bill and they accidentally signed it instead? He said, I haven't listened for today's show, so I'm not sure if you talked about this. What a mistake. And the story says, Ryan McMahon, see, let's see if we could find this. Ryan McMahon, McMahon is the spelling. Oops, County Executive Ryan McMahon signs term limit law he meant to veto. Now what do we do? Can you just backsee that? I don't know if that's possible. Like, I don't know if you can say, well, I didn't mean to sign that. I was signing it as a veto. Maybe you're supposed to write veto, but see if you can confirm that this is actually true. Thank you for the email, Ryan.
It says it's been all over the news, even nationally. The Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon intended to veto a bill, but accidentally signed it instead. Attorney Robert Durr reportedly believes that most judges would take McMahon's side on the matter. I'm no lawyer, but I do know the importance of a person's signature. Oh, this is like a question to the editor kind of thing.
Oh, I see.
On Syracuse.com, but it did happen.
So he accidentally signed a bill making it law when he was trying to veto it instead, and now they got to sort out what's going on. Let's get to a couple of dispatches. This is Swilly sending a dispatch with the Rate My Blank for this week, which is Rate My Magnets. It says game of magnets on the lowest difficulty.
Happy today.
Hey,
roadkill. I might be crutching it along, but Sean, you wanted to see a weird place for a magnet.
All right, he's walking around his house with crutches here.
Give me a second.
All right. Okay.
Come and get it if you dare.
That's pretty good. He's got a magnet on his
says
cast.
if you dare, you're not getting chased down if you steal that magnet.
You could swoop around him and grab this off his cast. He's on crutches, for God's sake. This would be an easy one here. Thank you, Swilly. Appreciate you sending that over. Here's another one. Ex-swimmer has sent in their game of magnets submission.
Oh, my. Okay. All right.
You can see this. If you like them, it'll give us an indication that you that you want that one to win. You can see them all over on the website at thenewsjunkie.com in the dispatches segment. This one says ex-stripper. I guess that's related to the post. Thank you for that. Thank you for the dispatch and your entry into the Rate My Blank right now. Appreciate that. I really like the frying pan one, man. That one kills it for me. But we think maybe we've got enough time here with the rest of the week that somebody can outdo that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a very quick break right now. When we come back, we've got a guest that's going to be joining us here, a celebrity popping in. We'll see what's happening in their world and chit-chat with them. And we'll roll on with a very busy show and a Share the Show Tuesday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI is great at math. We're great at bad decisions. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash getting cleared up, blocking 2 right.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Celebrity guest joining us on the grid already. I don't know if you can see this person. Anybody see any guesses? Any guesses as to who that is? They're on board. Josh says, nice secret shows magnets. True. All right, we got an interview when we come back in just a couple of minutes. Then we'll get in. There's a whole bunch of stuff we need to talk about. Shark Baits was good. Did I miss that? Oh, Shark Baits was good. The one where it was Shark Bait had magnets covering up all the imperfections on her car, which was really good. Turning Rate My Blank into a week thing instead of a daily thing, I think was a good idea. Now let's check in on the Spider Curse magnet. There are 9 left. Okay? 9 left. What's that noise? I can see with only one eye. Sun State John, what's up with the eye situation? What's going on? Bootsy says, I mean, the one at the Grand Canyon was cool. That was cool. What we're going to do is I just made a thing called gallery mode so that on the admin side of dispatches, here's what I can do. On the admin side of dispatches, I can now hit gallery mode and I can see thumbnails of all of the submissions at a glance. And then I can click them and we can go through them very quickly and we could bookmark the ones we like so that we can bring them back up so everybody has a fair shot. Stripper magnets? I don't know about that. All right, 2 minutes and we're back live with our celebrity interview. Again, he's abandoned his station here. He's moving some stuff around his office. Our celebrity guest in just a moment. Hello to you on YouTube. If you don't mind, I would greatly appreciate if you enjoy anything at all today. Just hit that like button. That is very, very helpful. It helps raise the stream up on a Share the Show Tuesday. Hit that like button over on the YouTube stream. Twitch, I'm not forgetting about you. I appreciate you. Mr. Predicto, it's time. Now that the Spider Curse magnets are going out, and each of them contains a little piece of the curse to get it out of the studio, is this going to result in any deaths of the people receiving the Spider Curse magnets? Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good news. 90 seconds and we're back. Text-to-speech dispatch coming in from Heartland Newsfeed. Thank you for that. We'll take a look. Sean, you got to make some with chrome colors. Let me know if you want to entertain that. We did a silver one. There's a very limited gold one that we did. They scratch very easily. That's the problem. That's the reason why we didn't do that. Here we go. We're coming back.
Peroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio.
Back to the best friends you never knew you had. This is the News Junkie.
So good to be with you. So good to have you on board. Welcome into the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show. Go over to the website, which is easy to find, as you might imagine, at thenewsjunkie.com. Oh, this is going to be fun. We don't get the pleasure all the time, but we do today, I guess, to welcome a big star to the show. Let's make sure he's with us and can hear us all right. Bill Bellamy, are you there, my friend?
Yes, sir. What's going on, big dog?
Bill Bellamy, if you're anywhere near my age, you 100% know who this guy is. I don't even really have to introduce him all that much. But Bill Bellamy, I feel like you've lived like 100 lives in one, man. You've done so much stuff over the years. Like, there's so many different things that we could talk about. But, you know, obviously you're on a big stand-up tour now, and that's where you put a lot of your focus in a craft that I think is so much harder than so many other things that you've tackled in your life. Stand-up comedy is a very, very, very hard thing to do. But, you know, many people know you from MTV. They know you from Def Comedy Jam. They know you from all of that stuff. I know you from, I'm telling you, the most underrated sequel of all time, Kindergarten Cop 2. Doesn't get the love.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't get
the love that it deserves.
You're
man.
right.
It was a solid little movie, man. And that's the thing about doing film or TV shows. You don't know what's going to work. You don't know if the people going to like it, love it. They're going to rotten tomato it, you know.
So you get told at some point in time, your agent, I guess, hits you up and they're like, Bill Bellamy, here's the deal, man. Things are popping off for you. We got a movie, Kindergarten Cop 2. This is going to happen. Are you thinking day one on the movie set for that sequel, like, oh, it's going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and me, and we're going to be hanging out, or did you?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Arnold. When I get up there, it's Dolph. I was like, what?
Dolph Lundgren.
I was like, Dolph Lundgren. But the thing about it was, the whole time I'm doing a film with Dolph, I'm going, man, that's Ivan Drago. Because when I was, when I must break you. I must break you. Like, I just kept thinking, oh my God, I'm in the movie with Rocky's nemesis. I could not get it out of my head to save my life. I was like, this is crazy. Just to me, from where I started in the business, not ever knowing I could be in movies or being an actor and all that, into doing, you know, that movie with Dolph, who was already in film when I was like, you know, in high school.
Yeah.
Going to college. He was already in movies, right? It goes to show you how your journey can, you know, cross in weird ways, you know, like all the celebrities that I met that I used to go see in concert and be like such fans. And next thing you know, I'm on MTV interviewing these people. I'm like, this is crazy. And even like most recently when the Michael movie came out, you know, I had really, you know, I knew it was pivotal and it was important when I interviewed Michael Jackson. I just didn't know how short of a list that was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Not a lot of people
Damn.
Not a lot of people got that close. When you were younger, you know, talk about flashing back to being a kid, a young Bill Bellamy. What was your goal? Like, did you have in mind all these things that you wanted to do and that you have accomplished in your career already? Or did you have like a different goal that you wanted to do when you were a teenager?
Well, it changed. You know, it changed. I remember at first, like, as being a kid, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to, be in the courtroom and, negotiate, people's lives, I guess, I wanted to be, that kind of guy, fighting for justice for the underserved kind of guy. Then I was like, that's law school, another 2, 3, 4 years. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that.
Have you ever gotten to play a lawyer?
Yes.
All
yes.
right, way better.
I was full circle.
Yeah.
Everything that I imagined that I would do, I played it. Like I always wanted to be in the NFL, wanted to be, a wide receiver, but I was so skinny and so little, my parents wouldn't sign the paperwork.
Yeah.
So I end up doing Any Given Sunday. I'm like, holy
great movie,
crap,
man.
that is crazy, right? So I've played football. I've played a detective. I've played an attorney. I've played a player, like, a womanizer guy. I've played the bad guy. I've done like every kind of role, and the good cop, bad cop, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I think the imagination for me was my key, because I always imagined doing stuff. I just didn't care to know how. I didn't have to know, oh my God, I never went to acting class. How I'm going to be an actor. Like, I was just like, I'm going to be in movies. That's what I said. I'm going to be in movies. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. And you did. I mean, you already have. You already done so much. You've been in so many great movies, just stuff that you're mentioning. Any Given Sunday was such a good movie. My God.
Real quick, before we get too far away from it, we really quickly mentioned the Michael Jackson interview. This came up randomly on our show last week about how there were very few people who heard Michael Jackson talk just normally. Did you, at any time when the cameras weren't rolling, did he ever kind of break off that high Michael Jackson voice thing that he did?
Yeah.
Did you actually hear his normal voice?
I'm going to tell you a funny story. So the whole time when I'm interviewing Michael Jackson, I think we were at Sony Studios, right? And he came in with like 12 to 15 people, like publicists, managers, security dudes, clearing the bathrooms and making sure nobody could be in the hallway. You can't look at Michael Jackson. Like the first couple of times I had to just close my eyes because I thought he was an angel. I was like, maybe I can't. If I look at him, my eyes will start burning, But it was so funny. He had to go to the restroom and his voice changed for a second. He was like, yo, I got to use the restroom. So I'll be right back. I was like, I heard that. That little bass. I got to go pee.
You've got so many stories that just, I mean, like you're the perfect interview guest in so many ways, because you do have so many interactions with people over the time. And a lot of them come from your time at MTV. When you look at MTV now in 2026, what runs through your mind compared to when you were there?
I'm a little sad, to be honest with you. I was just having this conversation on another interview about how lucky we were. I ran into Matt Penfield last week, and Matt, to me, was like my guru. He was the first person I knew that was like Google. He knew every artist, what studio, producer, record label. Like he was a music historian to me. And we were just talking about how lucky we were to be at that part of music, like the explosion of all these new genres, from grunge to acoustic to R&B to pop to hip hop. Like everything was coming full throttle. There was a lot of new kind of artists. I mean, we went from Alanis Morissette to Britney Spears, and we had Blind Melon, and we had, Coolio. Like it was so diverse. And I don't know if there'll ever be another era like that. I mean, I'm on stage with Red Hot Chili Peppers, Aerosmith. I'm interviewing Kurt Cobain. We got Limp Bizkit. Just think about all these bands.
Yeah.
It was just like badass bands coming out back then. And now it's like, how do we get our music? How do we know what's the new hot music video? We don't. How do you buy music? Do people go to Tower Records anymore? No.
True.
Like remember we used to go buy the music and listen on the headphones and there was a guy in the music store that would tell you, well, if you come back Thursday, the new blah, blah, blah is coming out. Like, that was the best time.
We had the Virgin Megastore that would have the listening stations. Oh, he froze up. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They had the listening stations. That's a fun still to freeze that.
Bill, did we lose you? We might have lost you. We'll have to get him back on the line.
He got really excited.
It just froze in the greatest freeze you could ever imagine right now. We'll have to see if we can connect back with him, though. If you don't know Bill Bellamy, which is going to be so few of you, this is a guy who was on MTV in the peak of MTV, rode out of that and did some of the craziest roles and movies and TV shows that anybody could ever even imagine. And as you hear him just rattling through things that are jaw-dropping, like interviewing Kurt Cobain, interviewing the guys from Red Hot Chili Peppers, interviewing Michael Jackson until the spider curse hit him. You know, that's how it goes. Oh. We lost him. We lost.
I think he might hopefully trying to connect back up.
I imagine he'll connect back. I had to show him because Courtney sent me this yesterday, C-Lane. Costco just launched a retro boombox, and it says compatibility that covers every area. And it's like old-fashioned boombox, like you would set down on the steps and have the speakers bumping and stuff. You could put a CD in there. You could put a cassette tape in there. It does all of the stuff that your old boombox did, and kids are buying that like they bought vinyl record players, you know? I'm like, holy cow. We've gone like in such a strange direction with some of this stuff, but that's where we are. The retro stuff is kind of coming back, I think.
We talked about cassette tapes last week and how that's kind of coming back. I don't have them yet, no.
I wonder if he's still thinking he's talking to us and we're just not reacting to his story at all. It's like, why? What the hell,
I hope he would have
man?
figured it out by now.
Or he's like, I was done talking.
But what if he's telling the longest, best story ever? And that's
so
why
Michael
he's not
Jackson, Kurt Cobain, and Amanda Bynes. We're all around. And you're like,
And we have a 3 grammar on the table, just right in the center.
We could be missing the moment from the original telling of the Aristocrats. There's only one way to find out. Well, yeah, no, we'll see if he connects back. He must have had some kind of internet dropout or something over there on his side. Thank you to everybody so far on to Share the Show Tuesday who has donated secret shows. I'll try to rattle through these at the end. There is an absolutely insane amount available. If you've ever wanted to be a premium subscriber over on thenewsjunkie.com, now is a fantastic time to do it. And you can just go over there. If you create a free account, it takes a second or two, and you hit claim once you get on there. Oh, I think we might have him back.
We do. He's back. Hang on. You there, Bill?
Hang on. I think you're muted.
He's muted. He's coming back.
All right. Bill, if you could hear us, you're muted still.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I got you.
There he is.
All right.
We thought we were like, damn, we thought it was going good, but maybe he thought it sucked.
No. We were going great. Where were we? I was just saying where I stopped.
We were talking about MTV past, present, and future. I said the crazy thing is hearing you sit there and rattle off things like they're totally normal that so few people got to do. Michael Jackson interview, Kurt Cobain interview, like crazy to me. But
bro, crazy, bro. I can't believe it either. Sometimes I'm like, what?
Yeah. You won the lottery in so many different ways, you know. but you don't get to that without like the charisma and talent that it takes to be able to pull this stuff off. But how do you think? You know, what do you think was one of the things that allowed you to be so successful at all these different levels? Is there anything like, is it just like you have a very open personality or an extrovert? Was anything like that helpful?
I think honestly, authenticity, you know, my personality is who I am. You know, people could tell like I was excited about the music. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing about it was fabricated. So imagine being, you know, on the biggest network for music in the country at the time. Like it was big as TikTok, big as, you know, Instagram, right? And so you got this young black guy who is introducing you to the world of music. Like that's literally what I was doing. I was introducing people to what's the new hot thing. You know, what's, you know, we were doing the movie thing. We were talking about the best summer blockbusters every year. We were talking about the best big band that just broke. I mean, I remember when Gwen Stefani was brand freaking new.
Right.
Nobody even knew who the hell she was. I remember doing a show with them. They were a college band, bro.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Right. Yeah.
No doubt was a college band. I did a show with them down in Orange County. Like I was this is when I was first starting out, and you do a couple of colleges and and you do the show in the lunchroom. You do
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do it in a small auditorium, and they were the band that was performing. And then I was like, yo, can you believe that was y'all? And she was like, oh my God, we just got lucky. And so when you think about why people, I feel that like Bill Bellamy, because I felt like people felt like I was their friend. Like, like I grew up
connection.
with them. Yeah, people be like, yo, dude, Bill Bellamy, man, you're my guy. Or, I remember, girls would say, oh my God, if I dated a black guy, it'd be you.
I don't ever know if we should trust. I don't know if we should ever trust the chat that watches the show live. Everybody on YouTube and Twitch, they're big fans of you, obviously, and I trust them on that. But there's one of the most common comments that I'm seeing is, ask him if it's actually true that his cousin is Shaquille O'Neal. Is that true?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's so funny because I'm in Orlando this weekend, and he sold that big ass house.
He finally sold it? That thing was been on the market forever.
That thing was on the market forever. I never forget the first time I went to visit him there. I'd never seen a front door that big. It was like 30 feet tall door. It was like the door for like the Jolly Green Giant. I was like, damn.
Did you ever work on anything with him? Did you guys ever do anything together?
Yeah, we did a couple commercial campaigns. We did Reebok together. We did Pepsi together.
Yeah.
I think we did AT&T as well.
Yeah.
So we did a couple good. This is when he was on the Orlando Magic. Obviously, he was doing really, really well with that. And I was on MTV at the time, so it was just a great synergy because the NBA and MTV used to do these collabs with the players cross. It was a cross promotional thing.
Sure.
And so I got a chance to. Obviously, everybody knew we were family, so they leaned into the situation. It's like big and small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I always think about when somebody's as famous as you are for as long a period of time is how much stuff has changed. And I wonder, like, was it better in those early days to have Comedy Jam, MTV, the movies you started to kick up? Was it better before all the social media stuff? Because now there's like so much feedback. Like feedback can be good for somebody who's trying to create stuff. Feedback could be bad and just like weigh you down and stuff. But back then you used to go, you would do your thing. People would be like, great job. Love the movie. Love this. You see a couple of reviews or whatever. Now with social media, you just see like nonstop. Everybody's a reviewer. Everybody's a critic. Was it better back then?
Yes. I'm gonna tell you why. And this is something that I noticed over the last 20 years. You had to be a star to be famous when I started.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming up, the guys that were ahead of me that, were real stars, to be a famous star, you had to have talent. You had to have charisma. You had to have this like thing, and everybody's like, "Oh my God!" And you were not available to the public like that. Like if you saw Prince, you lost your goddamn mind. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, oh, Prince was at Dairy Queen, or Michael Jackson, or you saw Madonna in Times Square walking the street, you would lose your mind.
Rock your world, yeah.
Now with social media, people are so common. Like you got to protect your privacy. You have to be available, but not too much. You got to be like, you got to kind of find the sweet spot, because if you're too accessible, you're common, and then there's no lure to you. You know
it's
what I
less
mean?
special.
Yeah, that's why I don't go to everything. And like I try to handpick what I think is the best place for a guy like Bill Bellamy to be. You know what I mean? Like I don't stream. Like I'm not sitting here every day, instead of living my life just sitting there streaming, just trying to get attention and me. Oh my God. Some of that stuff to me feels super thirsty. You know what I mean? So
it is. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it that bad. Like, I want to be famous for being talented and famous for doing good things and entertaining people. I don't want to be just in the bathroom, or, oh my God, guys, I'm having fun with the bumblebees.
Yeah.
It's so silly. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's so silly. So that's, to me, we had the best time because you could make a mistake, you could party hard and faint, and you wouldn't be all over TMZ. You could, you can get a car accident and drive home back in the day.
All right. The good old days.
Yeah, the good old days, you could make a mistake
I feel
and
like
go
he's
home
talking
now.
about something specific, Sean.
Yeah, this was a long night. Right now, Bill Bellamy is on his tour, and several cities where the shows air are going to feature some of your performances, including Orlando, where you're going to be at the Funny Bone, which is just a great venue.
2 nights.
Yep.
It's a great venue. I'm just doing 2 nights this weekend. It's one of my favorite, actually. So I do Orlando, I do Tampa, and I do Miami and Jacksonville. Those are like the 4, staple places in Florida that comedy is just, humongous. And then after that, I go to Atlanta. Then I go to Chicago, and I do Detroit. Like, I got a lot of great cities before it gets cold, which I think, it's going to be fun.
That's a good move.
You do not want to do Detroit in December.
No, I don't blame you. Yeah, he's Orlando, July 24th, July 25th. Go see Bill Bellamy. You're going to have a good time. You're going to hear some amazing stories. We also have friends out in Tampa. Tampa, if you're listening over in Tampa, September 11th is not only C-Lane, who's here on the show, his birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Never forget.
And 9/11, and also you can see Bill Bellamy at the Funny Bone over in Tampa on September 11th. Go get the tickets right now, BillBellamy.com. It's BillBellamy, but you knew that already. Go to the website. Bill, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you, guys. And, man, make sure you get some of that nostalgic 90s music popping on that show.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Bill Bellamy. There you go. He's great. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. A lot of good reactions and responses to the chat with him, as I could have imagined. And we have so much more on the way on a busy Share the Show Tuesday that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Skull Mike activated. Go get those tickets. BillBellamy.com. He's a good time. He's funny. CJ says, this dude is 61 years old. He looks like he's 40. I know, he looks great, right? That guy has experienced some moments we could only dream of. He's one of those people who's just kind of got that charisma. Better get to playing that retro 90s music, Sean? Yeah. What do you guys think? We've got a lot more interviews being worked into the show over the next couple of months here like that. I think they're a fun little break away from what's going on. It's always a good time. Mark says, good interview. Night Nurse says, awesome interview. Cat BH as well. Yeah, it's good, right? It's a fun time. I like bringing people like that now into the show. It used to be that I was like, these people are being interviewed everywhere. It's a dime a dozen. Every morning show or whatever is talking to these people. So why do we care to do it here? We do something different. But now I like to bring them into our world. I like to talk to somebody like that, talk to it from our perspective, get you guys involved. I think it makes for a fun time. Holy S, I thought he was mid-40s. Well, he's taking care of himself. He's treating himself. Couple of minutes and we're back live on the show with the hot sheet moments from now. Thanks, no one. I'm glad you liked it. I like to hear interviews where the person likes being interviewed. He was a great example of that. Absolutely true. Right? When somebody's just sitting there all stuffy and like, oh God, more of this. That's terrible. And I think what you have to do is pull it out of them that, hey, this could be like a fun time of us just shooting the shit a little bit. Like, let's have fun with each other. You come into our world, we'll go into your world. So I think that makes it good. Bird Nerd says, I think it was him, Kennedy, and Kurt Loder live at Woodstock 94. Wow, what a time. All right, couple of minutes and we're back live. And then we get into the second hour of the show. I got to pick a side for you, and it's a good one. We got to talk about flock cameras. A lot of good stuff on the way. Let's check in on our spider curse magnets. For those of you who don't know, very limited. The News Junkie Game of Magnets Spider Curse Magnet. Each one of them has been rubbed on the spot where I killed the spider during the show, starting the curse that has impacted us. Thus, the bearer of each one of these magnets now takes with them the spider curse. If you put it on your car, it's fine. If somebody takes it from you, that person now has the spider curse. If you put it on your fridge, you put it with your collection, spider curse. Let's see how many we got left, if any. Okay. Let's look at promotional items. Oh, there's 4 Spider Curse magnets left. Lots of subscriptions available. Those will all get gobbled up. We'll talk about them more and promote them. Don't worry. Spider rubbers. Sunstate John wants to do a special round of maybe Kokomo magnets. We could get a Kokomo magnet going at some point, Sunstate John. We're going to have a lot more of these one-off magnet runs because they're fun. And I realize, I've been changing a lot of stuff lately to make it better. I've always been a fan of don't just do things because you do them. Do them because they're the right thing to do. One thing was the magnets were directly tied to shirts and merch. We've sold so many shirts. We've sold well over $1 million worth of merch, okay? We've sold so many shirts. It's unbelievable. The thing that's crazy is eventually everybody's closet's full of shirts and, then that's the only way you can get magnets. I wanted to do this different, and I want to get way more limited edition designs out. This is the way. And it's direct support of the show. Okay. We are coming back in just a moment here. Stand by. Tropical Storm Bertha now officially out there. We'll take a look at that too. Thank you, Droopy Dog, for the gifted sub. Stand by.
Study treatment, care, and compensation at no cost. Check eligibility at NashLiverTrials.com.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle.
Sports never stop.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
Claim. Get yourself in on a free premium subscription to The News Junkie over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. We got Tropical Storm Bertha out there. I know we got to get to the hot sheet in just a moment here, but let's just see, are we in line? Is Bertha going to hit us? What's happening here with this tropical storm? I know they said even though it's not really very strong at the moment, it still looks like it's going to have some impact on probably our friends in Texas, Houston in particular, and our new friends in New Orleans. We added some stations in Louisiana, including New Orleans and Baton Rouge last week, and they are certainly in the sights here, maybe on Thursday or so. This is still just kind of a mess off the west coast of Florida, but it's officially a tropical storm now. It's got winds over 50 miles per hour. It's cruising along the panhandle. Then around Wednesday, Thursday, it'll be in New Orleans territory. Early Friday, Houston territory right there on the east coast of Texas, and then on from there. So it looks like this is going to have mostly a rain and stormy impact, much more so than like a hurricane danger type situation that you might face with a hurricane.
Hurricane danger. It sounds like quite a bad hurricane.
I hope I don't have to face down that one. I hope I don't have to face down that one at all. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do the hot sheets.
Check the hot sheet. It's news, but not like real important news.
Best investigative reporting on the planet.
The top stories from the people on your screens and speakers are on the hot sheet with C-Lane.
That's right. It's the top 5 stories in the nonsense news, brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And you're not, I don't even know that you were a huge Yellowstone fan. Were you? Were you big into that franchise?
You know, I kind of did like it for a little while there, but then sometimes we just stop watching stuff. I don't know if that means Courtney doesn't like it. We don't keep watching. But
well, there's
first couple of seasons were good.
There certainly was plenty of the actual show, and then there's like 2 or 3 spinoffs.
Yeah.
And one of them that has some people's attention right now is this Dutton Ranch. Dutton Ranch is one of the Yellowstone spinoffs, and it, of course, has the very talented Ed Harris in it. But he's saying now he's revealed that he asked his team to get me the F out of here while shooting the first season because he felt he was, like, underutilized. Like, he's
really
he signed on to this Dutton thing. He might have even been a fan of the original series. But it said Ed Harris was not happy about his role in Yellowstone spinoff Dutton Ranch. The Oscar-nominated star, who is locked in for 2 seasons on the show, said he felt misled about his character's involvement and signed on believing he'd be one of the main characters. And when it wasn't the case, he was a little frustrated. Prior to signing on for it, I was talked to quite a bit about what the season was and what my character was going to do, and that I was one of the 4 main characters. And it wasn't really the case. I'm feeling underused and inconsequential. Just a little frustrated, to tell the truth, says Ed Harris. Of course, not the only cowboy role he's played. He was huge in that first couple seasons of Westworld.
He just kind of looks like a cowboy, doesn't he?
He does.
He's got that stash.
He's got a face. He doesn't have a stash in this picture.
What's his name again?
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris. Oh, he's the guy from Westworld, right?
Yeah. He was the dude that was just killing everybody. Just bang, bang, bang.
He was like the Man in Black, I think.
Yes.
The mystery Man in Black.
That's right. I loved that first season of Westworld. Some of the Argentinian fans of the Argentina team that, of course, fell to Spain in the World Cup final, they are blaming Rihanna. They said they're mad at Rihanna. They say Rihanna has cursed their team after it lost to Spain in the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup.
Why?
There's some of these people are really superstitious. I think the president or prime minister or whatever the leader of Argentina wasn't even there because he's so superstitious that he likes to watch the game at home. He thinks if he differs from that at all, he might screw up the thing. But they're saying, no, that would have been him. It would have been Rihanna. The 38-year-old pop superstar turned billionaire beauty mogul was seen doing the Macarena in her seat in a clip that circulated on social media, accompanied by her partner A$AP Rocky, who was among the many celebrity guests watching the final. This says MetLife Stadium, which was inaccurate. It was the New Jersey-New York Stadium. We all know that. It had a different name
they didn't
for
pay
FIFA
for
World
nothing.
Cup. MetLife didn't pony up the money. Both times Rihanna has been in the stands during an Argentina final, the team has been defeated 1-0 by their challenger. The hitmaker attended the 2014 World Cup between Argentina and Germany in Rio de Janeiro, where she was spotted cheering on the German national team, celebrated on the field with the players, breaking the rules by holding the World Cup trophy on the pitch. And we mentioned yesterday about how one of the American commentators said Matt Damon was Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
They confused the two of them.
I've done that before, too, on accident, though.
Yeah, well, one of the soccer commentators, this time for the BBC, Guy Mowbray, received a little backlash after not only mixing up Pharrell Williams and A$AP Rocky, during live coverage of the match, but as the camera was fixed on Pharrell Williams, the English commentator said, "I think that's AKA Rocky."
Oh, God. So he said the name wrong and had the wrong person, too?
Before quickly correcting himself and saying, or ASAP Rocky, sorry, I think. On to concert goers, because I think we need to have a little come to Jesus with some of the people that go to concerts. We famously had the Noah Kahan story where he had to ask his fans not to poop their pants. You remember that clip?
It was one of the most disgusting things of the year. It has stuck with me, yes.
Well,
absolutely.
Now Morgan Wallen concert goers are under fire because somebody said they were at Saturday night's concert at the M&T Bank Stadium. The Troy Grevelding, he was with his wife, brother, and 8-year-old niece, watching the Morgan Wallen show when a man directly behind them began urinating, splashing Troy, his family, and another nearby group.
Yes.
The guy's just drunk at the Morgan Wallen concert, and he just took it out and started going.
I've got video of this, actually.
You do?
I'll save it. We can do a pick a side on this, actually, in the next segment. I have video.
Can't believe I ruined a pick a side.
No, I didn't even know this was kind of coming up today, but I have video of these people after they called the cops because somebody peed on them.
Well, and it gets worse. Troy said he and his wife could feel the stream run down their legs, and when he turned around, he says the guy still had his junk out.
It's disgusting.
However, security booted the man, but the first Maryland State Police trooper to respond said cops couldn't arrest him because the trooper hadn't witnessed the alleged incident. Like, would you have to go around and gather evidence?
Wait. If I pee on you, and then the cops show up, and I'm like, C-Lane peed all over me. You see how my leg is wet? And the cop's like, I didn't see C-Lane pee on you, so you don't go to jail.
It sounds like that's what would happen.
That's a loophole.
He did get. It's not the loophole. That's not the loophole you think it is. It's not great. It says the Maryland Transportation Authority police later tracked down the guy and detained the man outside the stadium. And he says the venue said they were going to make it right, but no word back. They were waiting to figure out what exactly that means. Make it right. Still, guys, get it together.
The only way to make it right is you got to pee on that person, right?
The venue just holds him down and says, "Have at it,
sir. Sit down here. To make it worse, I want you to lay down and open your mouth." That's the only way to make this as equal as possible, right?
Well, one of the things that I don't think we really mentioned yesterday, but the Tate brothers are in jail right now.
Oh,
the Tate brothers have been arrested. And TMZ, I think, got a hold of what they've been eating in jail.
Could have happened to worse guys, huh?
Yeah. And it says Andrew and Tristan Tate are used to a life of luxury, eating like lobster and steak everywhere and stuff. And so they got a hold of what the menu is at this FCI Miami that they're currently being held at. And it says Sunday, the Tate brothers were treated to a breakfast of boiled eggs and peanut butter. Lunch was scrambled eggs, oven brown potatoes, biscuits, jelly, creamy gravy, and more peanut butter.
There's a lot of peanut butter going on at this particular institution.
Yeah, and then dinner, they had a choice between meatloaf, a black bean burger, green beans, mashed potatoes, and brown gravy. No peanut butter for dinner. And not until the next day where they had even more peanut butter. But their legal troubles are probably a little bit more serious than worrying about what they have to eat at FCI Miami. And last but not least, congratulations to this song right here.
LMFAO?
No.
Party rock anthem?
No.
Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Gangnam Style.
Psy has once again made YouTube history. On July 17th, the legendary music video for the 2012 smash hit Gangnam Style surpassed 6 billion views on YouTube. It took just over 14 years to hit that mark. It was the very first, I believe, music video to ever reach 1 billion views on YouTube. So congratulations to Psy for people still listening to that song. Hey, That Mortgage Guy Don wants to help you if you are trying to get yourself out of that renting situation and into your first home, maybe into your dream home. If you have a quote for a mortgage and you haven't shopped around, you might be doing yourself a disservice and wasting money. Leaving that money on the table, Don wants you to take it off the table. He wants to help you. So go to That Mortgage Guy Don, take a picture of your quote, upload it. You can do it with your phone. It's that easy. Reach out to Don. He is going to help you at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thank you Sealand, quick break. We're running a little bit behind. When we come back, we have a pick aside from that exact story that Sealand was talking about. You do not want to miss this. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
A crash on Orange Blossom Trail at Land Street is causing some off-ramp backup from Florida's.
Hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Skull Mike activated. Boy, is it good to see you. Thank you for all the big support today. I love you. I appreciate you. Now I got to see if this worked. Okay. I think it worked. I think it worked. YouTube, if you're having any fun today, even just a little bit, even just a morsel of fun, hit that like button over on the stream, please. If you're wondering, where does all this gifted shows money go to? Where do all these gifted subs dollars flow to? Take a look around. I'm always improving things around here. One thing that's coming soon is our wide shot will be updated to one of these 4K, like the Hubble Cam. And then we have a third one like this too. Those are about $3,500 a piece, believe it or not, to get those upgraded. I upgraded the microphone for Skull Mic to make it so you could hear me better when we're walking around the studio, which I think has been a pretty solid improvement. And there's some other really big plans. I've got a lot of work to do in here still before we're all done. The money is not for my hand enlargement surgery. I promise you that's not the case. My hands are so big already. So massive already. But many of you have bravely wanted to be a part of the Spider Curse magnet movement. Hyper collectible. Only 100 of these, minus the ones Courtney took, 96, minus the one Jack has for our charity event, 95. That's it. That's all of them that exist in the world for this particular special design. Now, are they cursed? Probably. The Spider Curse is here on the desk, but it's been transferred to them. So they might be a little cursed. But I wish you the best. Oh, we got this pick aside coming up next. And let me see what else here. We got to get into this flock cameras thing. Okay, we did this story about the woman on the cruise ship. I still am amazed that that woman busted her crotch that bad. My God. The grandpa who was flung up by the bison is speaking out. We're going to hear from him today. Quick update for you, exclusive to Skull Mike. Jimothy. We heard about Jimothy recently. Jimothy was that raccoon that was all short bust style. The raccoon was like, instead of being full raccoon, was a little bitty raccoon. He's now inspired a massive mural in Seattle, Washington. People are lining up to get their Jimothy the Raccoon tattoos. And also, there was a proclamation that made it officially Jimothy Day in Seattle, Washington. That makes him now officially one of the biggest internet sensations in Seattle. Congratulations to Jimothy. You may have been born with a little chode body, but you have really won people over. And for that, I certainly thank you. Men are so obsessed with the size of their hands. I don't want you, Vicky, to think even for a moment that I am obsessed with the size of my hands. I want you to understand that the audience has decided to, for now, going on about 3 or 4 years, troll me by suggesting that I have small hands. which would be fine. But when I return fire and say I don't have small hands, this is a basketball. This is basketball size. When I fire back and say I don't have small hands, you can't act like I'm being defensive, all right? I have to respond. That seems like a tattoo you'll regret? Maybe. What do you guys think about this? I saw a story today. A guy got arrested for child sexual material. He's got arrested for this and is headed behind bars for a stretch. They determined that all of it, I believe, was AI generated. All of it was fake. All of it was totally fake, completely AI generated, but still a disgusting, vile subject matter of child stuff. Do you say still send him to prison or no if it's AI generated? Because that's literally what happened to this dude. That guy finds himself behind bars for a stretch, even though there's no real kids in the mix in any of these photographs, which is crazy. No victim, no jail. Avendasora disagrees, says, yes, prison. We're going to talk about it. All right, here we go. We are coming back right now.
For use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Second half of the show is officially on, getting us geared up for the Power Hour. And thank you for hanging out with us in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. I got him fired up a little bit. I was interested in this story because I saw it bouncing around out there, C-Lane, because there was a guy who just got arrested. Bring up this story if you don't mind while I'm yapping. There's a guy who just got arrested. Sorry for the search you're going to have to do here, C-Lane. But he had child sex material on his computer, I believe. But I think they said that all of it was AI generated. Like, none of it was real. But it didn't matter. The guy still got arrested. And most people don't care. Most people, when you ask about this, most people in chat were like, don't care if it was real or fake. It's still gross. Jail him. Somebody said it's like a hunter shooting a deer decoy during off season. Do you want this person to be arrested or no? Because it's a decoy. Like, a fair enough comparison.
Or a hunter shooting a child decoy.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's not an actual person, but it doesn't matter. People don't really care about the nuance there. It seems most people are like, nope. It's so disgusting what you're doing that even if it's faked, it's still a massive symptom.
Oh, that's what you mean by people don't care. I thought you were saying people largely don't care that it's happening because it's not an actual person. And I was like, I didn't think that was the case.
No, this is completely AI generated. If you maybe I'm wrong on the details. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I was just I had seen the story about this.
This one's a little worse, I think.
Okay. Is this the one from today?
This was published a couple days ago.
Okay.
So it was late last week. And it says, last week, Broward County, are you thinking of in Florida?
Yes, I believe so.
Broward Sheriff's Office arrested a Parkland man accused of using images of children he personally knew and using the Grok AI platform to create the material.
Yeah, I think Twitter/Grok might have gone after the guy because they've been doing that a little bit. So he used photographs of real kids that he knew, but then the AI is what made them the really vile, disgusting content. And even though they weren't real, it doesn't matter. This guy's still going to prison for this, I guess.
What was he charged with? I'm trying to look through this.
For the record, I don't feel sorry for him. It's disgusting, and there's a million different things that you could say about this.
No, but there's an argument to be made that nobody was physically victimized. I think it's so much worse when it's a real person, and there are laws in place. I think in Florida, child or no child, even if you're doing this to an actual adult, that would put you in some serious legal trouble for generating an AI image of them that's pornographic in nature.
How far does that go, though? That's what I wonder about. So let's say I take a photograph of C-Lane, and I use AI technology to make it so C-Lane is nude in this photograph. And then I post it online.
Please be nice to me.
If I'm being generous and I post it online and people are like, wow, look at C-Lane go. But I have posted these photos without your permission of you online, even though they're not real, they're AI generated. Is that revenge porn in that case?
I don't know if it's revenge porn, but I know that there's a new law against it.
Because that's the most interesting part about this is you're not actually, the content is not real. It's not real that you're using, but you could still get in trouble for it as if it is real. And I wonder how far that goes. If I take somebody that I know and take a photograph, use AI and make that person naked and then put that online. If I did that with a real photograph of them, I would go to jail. I would be in trouble for revenge porn and I would spend time behind bars. But if I did that with technology and it wasn't real, would I still be in trouble? Abraham says people think it's real. Therein lies the problem, right? Like this world where we can't differentiate. And then maybe that would be an excuse of yours. If it wasn't illegal to have the AI version, people would be like, "Oh, I didn't know. I thought this was. I thought this was AI, and that it was acceptable." I think if you have that exception, you maybe open the door to causing a lot of problems with it.
Yeah, according to the arrest report, investigators said the images all seem to be derived from a single image depicting an approximately 5-year-old female laying on a bed. Each reported file is an alteration of this image to create new images depicting child sex abuse material. Florida recently enacted a law addressing AI-generated child sexual abuse material. Yeah, again, this is only talking about the child abuse material, but I think they had a law for adults too.
Mama Greaser says, "Is it imitating a real person?" Yeah, in this case, C-Lane's saying like it was derived from an actual photograph. And then they utilize that photograph to do the, disgusting work of removing the clothes and et cetera, et cetera.
It's not saying what the actual charge was. But
yeah, maybe it's something else because it's not real. It's kind of, sort of interesting.
No, they did say, like, one of the people interviewed in this story said, like, I think the law makes it to be the same. Whether it's a real child or an AI-generated image of a real child or any created child, it's still the same penalties under law, according to this person that Schiller. Who's Schiller?
Somebody says, let's see what the children's parents think. Yeah, Bootsy. I mean, there's definitely a spin on this. The parents are going to be like, throw them behind the prison and underneath it. The only thing that I question about this at all is, let's say I draw something that's illegal. It's totally illegal if you had a real version of this, but I draw it over here.
You draw like a stick figure of, with a very small wang, and then like just write C-Lane and point and an arrow and
and just from just creating something like that, is that under this same umbrella?
I think it would because it's targeting artificial intelligence, and at times your intelligence is very artificial. So I would
Mine
say,
or just generally
yours, yours. But no, I mean, I think
Dick,
a stick figure, a drawing. I mean, how good is the drawing? What if you do a painting? in Parks and Rec when
These are all good questions.
When they do that painting, and then the painting, as it turns out, the cherub that's naked looks like a Leslie Knope.
Yes,
and without realizing it, they have this now Leslie Knope naked cherub painting that she really likes, but everybody's trying to say that's pornographic.
The biggest problem that you face here is, let's just be real about this. Everybody in the United States of America cares about our freedoms and our rights and the Constitution and the justice system, except for when it's about pedophiles. No one cares. No one wants to be the person that raises their hand and goes, well, hang on just a moment. These photographs aren't even real. They're artificial intelligence. No one wants to do that, me included. So because of that, you just go, all right. And then the reason why I think they're doing it, which is what my point was earlier, is if you open this up and say, well, if it's AI, it's not actually illegal, then you got to sort out what's AI, what's not. You got to prove that things are real instead of AI. And then the actual work would be on the prosecution to prove that each one of these people were real individuals, instead of saying, doesn't matter if it's real, fake, drawn, AI, whatever it is, you're still in trouble for it.
He faces 11 counts related to child pornography.
Really? Yeah. I mean, ain't nobody going to be crying for this guy. He's a disgusting weirdo. But speaking of that, we might as well put the other weirdo thing I have in here before we move on. And I'll get to the pick a side here. Somebody posted on Reddit, and at first there was some suggestions that this wasn't legitimate, but now people are digging deeper and they believe that maybe it was. I did not know that there was a subreddit called Ethical Gooners, but there is.
Okay.
And just so you know what ethical is. Everybody knows what that means.
Yeah,
it
they're
means, is
doing
it right?
the right thing.
Is it right or not right? If you don't know what a gooner is, don't worry. This is a very online internet term, and a gooner is somebody who is maybe gratifying themselves to content that they find and endlessly charged up about it, let's say. And so they're saying, is it ethical to be into this sort of content? This post, we're washing this out because it's got 10 million views. We're washing it out with all the bad stuff now before we do the pick aside. Well, this person says, is it ethical to goon to a porn star that I killed? That's the post that they did. Now, stand by for more on this, because you're going to be like, wait, what? Hold on. Is it ethical to goon to a porn star that I killed? It says, in 2009, I was involved in a car accident which took the life of a porn actress that I will not name to protect my privacy. The accident was not my fault.
Good luck, buddy.
I did not react to conditions in the correct way, he said. So it's not my fault, but I did not react to conditions in the correct way. I don't even know what that means. That's the most bizarre thing about this kind of. The accident was not my fault, but I did not react to conditions in the correct way. Because of this, my car T-boned the vehicle she was in, and she died on the scene. I was not criminally charged with anything, but I was found civilly liable in her death. I was reminded of her recently, and I found her adult films. She was quite pretty, and her body was incredible. I have been gooning to her every night. Is it still ethical to goon to her? And people thought, well, it's just ridiculous. They're just making this up. And then quickly in the comments, people started to point out, hey, this appears to be a real situation where there was this woman by the name of Erica Boyer, who on that very day that was mentioned, died around Panama City Beach, Florida, at her home. She had retired from the adult industry in 1994. The woman, a real name Amanda Jensen, performer name Erica Boyer, I guess, was attempting to cross U.S. Highway 98 when she was struck by a 2001 Hyundai driven by Gregory Lowe. So the person may well be this Gregory Lowe who posted this, that didn't want to give up their information but gave up way too much, was struck by a 2001 Hyundai driven by Gregory Lowe. She was killed instantly. The incident was investigated by the Florida Highway Patrol. A veteran performer known for her work in both straight and gay films, she won awards and had a career spanning from the 1970s, the 1980s, into the 1990s. That's the only case like this. The only case like this that happened. Now, somebody else said this person was struck as a pedestrian, but he said he T-boned the car. Who the hell knows? But the belief is that there may have been some truth to the post behind this, which, if true, is just absolutely weird.
All right, so pick a side. Is it ethical or not?
This is not to pick a side.
Pick a side.
You
want me to play the song?
No, this is not a pick a side.
Come
This is not
on.
at all a pick a side. You want to do the pick a side?
I think when ethical is being called into question, like if you say, "Oh, is this ethical to do this or not?" It's almost the wrong question. Like I feel like if something's unethical, there should be a victim here. And since the person in question is already long dead,
that's not true. Like, so imagine. I'll make it about me, so it's not about you. Imagine somebody's like, "Hey, Sean."
Oh, thanks. You made the other thing about me.
Hey, Sean. Is it ethical for me to do this to your dead mother? I would say no. That's unethical. It's absolutely unethical for you to do. The person's not alive, but it doesn't make it ethical to do it just because the person's dead. I don't think that's the loophole that you're thinking it is, like the thing earlier.
Actions, decisions, or behaviors that align with accepted moral principles and standards of right or wrong. Okay, I can see if that'd be unethical. I'm thinking of like, hey, something different, I guess.
It's still wrong. It is. Should we do the pick a side or take a quick break? I don't know.
We probably should take a quick break.
Right, well, we'll take a quick break. I have the pick a side video. C-Lane was saying that there was somebody who had a very gross interaction at a concert and called the police. I have the police footage of this, or the footage from the actual incident. So I want to play that. We also have to get into, is the food safe out there? Some unbelievable new twists in the story we've been following about Cyclospora. You need to know about this, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
Man, like we were just messing around about the chicken. And
Hello. Landscape crew hard at work outside the studio, folks. I'm going to get back to your dispatches momentarily. A lot of people chiming in. A lot of interesting takes today. Still got 15 unclaimed subscriptions ready over on the website for you. Thank you to Ryan for the 12 gifted subscriptions. Don't forget, all of you are going to be included on the leaderboard. In fact, I think it's time to go hog wild. You guys ready? All right. I hope you're ready. Thank you to Ryan for the 12 gifted subs, I think that was. Oh, that was one. Oh, that was 12. That's gone now. Thank you to Wildfire. Thank you to Das Jefe. Uh-oh. Okay, some of these people aren't on the list. I see. All right. Thank you to D Red Eye. Rockin' Ange. I'm going to have to do these after the show. There's so many. There's 83 of them pending. I can't put you through that. All right. Another segment in just moments, and then we're going to get geared up for jury duty, leading us into the power hour. In this next segment, it is a pick a side. We'll see what you think about that. Go! Get out of here. You can't hear the long guys right now, chat? Yes or no in chat? Can you hear the lawn service or no? Did I get rid of it by making it so the room mic's off? No? Nice. Oh no, I got one yes. No lawn service noise? Oh, okay, all right, good. Thank you, Tanya. I'm going to try to get everybody worked in on the thank yous at the end of the show because it's been a massive support day. Huge. Only 8 subscriptions available still with all of these gifts that have gone out. Thursday is going to be massive. Thursdays at 8 p.m., we are in the studio for secret shows. We do it right here live on the website and on Discord. But anybody who's a subscriber can watch live on thenewsjunkie.com. You can beam it to your TV or anything you want. It's fun. There's a whole bunch of shows. And because you're a subscriber now, you should probably dive back into the archives. You're going to have some fun with it, I think. If you don't get to watch secret shows live, never fret. The on-demand version comes out on Fridays at 5 p.m. Couple of minutes and we're back live with our pick aside. How you guys doing? You good? I hope you're good. If you are good over on YouTube, I want you to hit that like button to show me that you're doing well. If you missed our interview with Bill Bellamy with a capital B, go back to the podcast or scrub back on the video to check that out. It was a good time. Weed Consumer says secret shows live are fantastic. It's fun, right? And now my technology stack is basically complete. With Studio Screen, when we're live, even during secret shows, we still get your comments live from TNJ Chat. We get your comments from Discord. We can see what you're saying. So it makes it awesome to have like live feedback there. How many of you are actually worried about Cyclospora? Legitimately. Can you hear it? You got to hear that. There's no way you don't hear that. Oh, I think he's done. Barely? That's good. See, I invested well in this. This is where your gifted subscription monies go. Oh, we should see really quickly before we come back. We should see if there are any more magnets left. Promotional items. Is there one? No, they're gone. They're all gone. Thank you all for claiming them. The best of luck to you, to those of you who got one. These are going to be very, very collectible. For those of you who missed out on the Spider Curse limited edition magnet, don't worry. In a couple of weeks, we'll have another limited edition option for you. You just know you got to get them fast now. Thank you, Beware, for the 5 gifted subs. I was laughing so hard on my porch last week. They must think I'm nuts, but secret shows are so good. I'm glad you liked it. 90 seconds. He's doing such a thorough job today. I'm glad you can't hear this. Sean, when did you get the where did you get the smoking Willie Nelson picture? Infinity something? Shoot. I'll have to figure out what those are called. Remind me, because I'm going to forget about it, but I don't remember what they're called. All right, here we go.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
You heard everything. iHeartRadio and Fox Sports brought you every 2026 FIFA World Cup moment.
Absolutely free.
Magical. The entire sports world is waiting for you on the iHeartRadio app.
Football is coming.
Touchdown. The official NFL podcast network. Plus the second half of the baseball season.
Oh my goodness!
All the sports you love, all in one place. All free. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
And search sports.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
And your Rate My Blanks for this week. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain very quickly here on the show. Rate My Blank for this week is Rate My Magnet or my magnet collection. And we want to see you with these magnets in weird places or interesting places or places that might be of note. And we've had that, and we've had some favorites so far. On the end of the week, on Friday's show, we're going to pick our winner, and we'll give you a big fat prize for being the winner of Rate My Blank each week. And then next week we'll have another one. We'll stretch them out throughout the weeks now instead of just doing it as a one-day thing on Monday. I even built some stuff yesterday so that we can see all of your submissions at a glance. Like I can just go into dispatches now and gallery mode, and presto bango, I could see, all of the different things that people have sent in here, which is super, super handy.
Yep, and he texted me yesterday with a screenshot, and I said, make it better. I said, add more stuff.
It's not good enough.
Listen, Coderino.
This one is pretty cool. Somebody sends over their Game of Magnets magnet with Freddy Krueger. Very cool. Love that. Thank you for sending that over. You can participate in this if you have a magnet or if you've got a magnet that you've brought to a pretty cool place. The News Junkie Magnets, there's well over 50,000 of them out there in the wild, lots of different designs. And the deal is that you go to the website and you click photo dispatch and just send it on in, just like all these other people did. Here's a really cool collection from Keith. He's got a ton of magnets here on his refrigerator. Is this an ICP magnet? Or what? I don't know what that is. Gooner till I'm dead or something? I can't tell what that says. There's some other designs in the mix there that aren't ours, I don't think. But thank you for that. Appreciate it. So we've got the ability to do that.
I hope
now.
Ours isn't the Gooner till I'm dead magnet.
You never know. You never know. There's a lot of people with comments on that gooning front. But let's do the pick aside that we were talking about here. Now, C-Lane, you said this was at a Morgan Wallen concert, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, usually is a pretty uncontroversial guy as far as I'm concerned.
He's doing his concert, and somebody says they were urinated on at this concert. Like somebody peed on them, and they called the police, and the police didn't do anything. So let's go to it. Let's see what's happening.
Okay. And there's nothing we can do about a guy physically pulling out his and pissing on me right now. Nothing we can do with that in front of an 8-year-old girl, because I'm going to post this all over the internet and everything. and it's not the best regard. It's the best Maryland's law.
Listen, it doesn't make a difference if I just explained this to you.
No, I get it.
We cannot take him into custody.
And I'm not blaming you.
We're going to give you his information, and you can be referred to the commission.
And again, I'm not blaming you.
Whoa, we're going to give you his information? They'll give you the person's name that peed on you, but they won't arrest them?
Yeah, that's odd, but I guess
it feels like vigilantism is an option there. Like, hey, we'll tell you who he is, but we can't arrest him because we didn't witness the guy in the act of peeing on you.
How do they even have his information if they can't detain him or hold him for questioning? I guess he was detained at some point outside of the stadium, but no arrest was made at the time that this story came out.
This is harder to determine the sides on this one because I guess the sides are the police for enforcing the law or the guy for being upset that nobody's getting arrested for peeing on him in front of his daughter.
Because you can only do what the law is stating, right? But I'm going to make it known that I had a gentleman whip his out at a Morgan Wallen concert, piss on me, my brother, and my niece, and the Maryland State Police can do nothing about it. Not a thing. And it's absolutely okay, and they're going to say, do what you want to do if you want to press charges.
I like how you can hear Morgan Wallen
Yeah.
playing outside. Everybody outside's like, yeah!
The crowd's going wild. He's starting up a banger right now.
There's a little song I wrote. You might know this one.
This is about the time I said the N-word on a Nest camera.
He's out there playing for people having a blast at the concert, and this guy's inside going, these cops won't arrest the urinator. Right? They did this to me. I get it. I get it. It's kind of interesting that that's not an arrestable offense. I think the father is onto something there.
Did they give you his information?
Yep, I got his information. Can I get who's in charge of the stadium? Stadium security. Yeah. I want to have a conversation with him, please.
I was trying to get the security information now. Everybody's just standing around awkwardly as Morgan Wallen plays.
Crazy that you can pull your dick out, piss on somebody, and nothing happens.
Oh no! Oh no! The little girl comes walking by. His daughter. How old did he say she was? 8?
8. Yeah, I thought it was his niece, but sure.
Okay. Well, she comes walking through, and look, she's upset. It looks like she's crying here as someone brings her through the scene. And he's like, look at her, look.
And you guys, there's nothing. Absolutely amazing.
You can either accept it. I don't know what else to tell you.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the system.
Because now you're making a scene.
I'm mad at the system.
I'm trying to help you, and you just continue to just go back.
I'm mad at the system.
This is frustrating. AJ Soup with a good point. Isn't that indecent exposure?
Yes.
Would it be the same thing then?
Like he had it out.
But do you have to have a witness? Like, why do the cops have to see it? Can't anybody else around you see it?
You would have think that if there were witness statements, I mean, it seems like other people have gotten an indecent exposure rap where the cops didn't physically look at the penis.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. The cops are not there for all these other people who get arrested unless this is solely how it is in this state. Like, you don't need a police officer as a witness. What if anybody else saw, oh, yeah, that guy did do that. He did do that. He right in front of that little girl, he peed on this man and urinated on him. And that's enough to make anybody angry. Barbecue Baby said, this is effed up. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I'm very confused like the guy is about the law here.
You haven't helped me.
We did help you.
You haven't. You haven't helped anybody.
You haven't helped anybody.
Next time we will, and that's the problem.
All right, he's out of there, I think.
Question for you, sir. I'm Troy Gaveldi. How you doing? I got a question for you. If I were to whip out my right now...
Oh, my God.
Is he really good? He went up to an officer who doesn't know what the hell is going on. Question for you. If I was to whip out my blank right now, would you arrest me? So he's asking the cop who wasn't associated with this directly.
And I piss on somebody, would I go to jail?
I identified the guy, sir. I'm not sure
I'm
what
just asking a question.
I identified the individual for you. I kept him out there. I did everything I was asked to do.
I'm asking a question.
All right, okay, there you go. So we can get it. We get the frustration. You hear the guy. He's describing what happened to him. So it's like a news story.
A little bit too
kind of
much.
thing. Yeah, but he's describing what happened to him. He's explaining what went down. Who do you side with here? Do you pick a side of the police officers or like, we are just enforcing the law? It's not our fault that there's not a law for this. We're doing everything we can, but we need to physically witness somebody doing that to you. Or do we take the side of the dad here, or the guy who is upset about this happening and happening in front of this little 8-year-old girl, for God's sake? And I wonder, like, I don't know, the little girl crying makes this much more upsetting. Like, I think sometimes it should be your responsibility as an adult to, like, not freak them out too much. Like, this is how adults are supposed to behave specific ways around kids, I think. Like, if your kid trips and falls and hurts themselves.
Tell that to the guy with his wiener out.
Well, that's true. I agree. But from a parent, your perspective should always be like, hey, I want to lessen the blow of this in so many ways. Like, I want to lessen the blow of this so my child doesn't think this was the most traumatic thing ever. And I've seen a lot of stories like this over the years. And I've seen a story where there was a story that I was familiar with where somebody thought that something wrong happened to a young kid. And then when they thought that this happened to a young kid, the things they wanted to do to sort of get revenge to me sounded way worse than the thing that happened to begin with. Right. And I'm like, well, we don't want to make this something that sticks around with this child as a terrible, bad memory. I don't think that's helpful. But maybe there was no way around it. Maybe the girl just saw what was going on and she just got traumatized no matter what the parents were doing. First of all, there should be an effing law for this. Well, I mean, yeah, everybody agrees with that, right? Like, yeah, everybody, I think, agrees with that. Hailfire says, so exposing yourself to a daycare or school can get you arrested, but not a Morgan Wallen concert? I'm not sure. Law enforcement experts, let us know what you think about this.
The Morgan Wallen tour is called Still the Problem 2026,
right.
which,
right.
I'm not saying that I disagree with that.
What do you think? You take the side of the police officers or the man who was victimized here?
I take the side of whoever got
peed on,
hit. Yeah,
whoever was in the line.
This was
of
a pretty
fire.
easy one, Sean.
This was. You're right. I just had to bring it to you. You brought up the story, not me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I didn't want to talk about this, but you did this.
I did not do that.
That's what you were the one who did this. It's just let
you
the
did
record
it. You
reflect.
might as well have been the peer.
Somebody says, Chaos says, people pay to have this happen to them. Just because there's somebody who has a fetish and enjoys this happen to them doesn't mean that it shouldn't be a crime when you randomly do it to people who are not willing participants. Just in case we needed to make that clear. Quick break. When we come back, your dispatches are on the horizon. And also, when we come back, we're going to do jury duty. We've got some pretty amazing stories in that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747.
Skull mic activated. Give me just a moment here. I have to do a live read for the lovely Mills Air. All right, quick live read from Mills Air and then directly to Skull mic, commercial free on YouTube and Twitch. Stand by.
Extension. The PGA and European Golf Tours are expanding their alliance to the Asian Tour to provide playing and commercial opportunities. This could be a major blow to LIV Golf. Among those reportedly being let go by ESPN in layoffs today, a familiar face, Carl Ravitch. I'm Frank Aaron.
Doctors recommend turmeric more than any other supplement for joint health. Cunol Ultra High Absorption Turmeric is the #1 form of turmeric. We're clinically tested to support joint health and healthy inflammation. Cunol, science-backed, trusted by millions.
Important news for you folks. There is still a company out there that won't rip you off if your air conditioner is broke. It's 93 degrees. 93 degrees for a lot of you today. 93 degrees is hot. That means the inside of your house is just cooking away, unless your HVAC unit, that's your air conditioner for us simpletons. Your air conditioner, unless it's working right, is going to be hot in your house. But don't panic if that's the case. Just make the call, the smart call, to get your AC fixed by the right company, Mills Air. Locally owned and operated? Check. Family owned and operated? Check. Carrier factory authorized dealer? Check. Can they get you absolutely massive rebates if you get a new Carrier unit and upgrade things? Check. Can you save big on your power bill? I could go on all day. But what you need to know is with a problem with your AC, there is a place that will help you and be fair, and that's Mills Air. 407-277-1159. One more time. It's 407-277-1159.
Skull mic activated. Stand by. Been waiting to do this for a while. Been waiting to do this for a while. Bye. Been waiting to ban that person for a while. You've been on my radar for a while. Godspeed and God bless. You miserable fuck. Constantly whining and complaining about something. Constantly being obnoxious. And boom. Right out of here. Thank you to all you great folks. Some amazing chat messages today from you. I love you. I think you're fantastic. And I think you're going to love jury duty in just a moment. We'll talk about flock cameras a little bit, because everybody's been sharing around this viral map of all the flock cameras around us. But just so I get an idea of where everybody's at on this, how many of you in chat actually know what a flock camera is? Yeah? Yes or no? Do you know what a flock camera is? Do you know what a flock camera is? We have flock cameras in my neighborhood. Yes? Chaos, I know damn well that ain't you. Yes-ish? Flock cameras are starting to get more attention because people don't like Big Brother stuff. People don't like the government watching them on all these cameras. And there's a lot of them out there now, and more every day. In fact, the map where you can look to see if they're in your neighborhood has 117,000. 117,000. Cosidia says, cut them down. Heartland says, I love seeing videos of them getting run into or destroyed because they're a constitutional violation. Cat BH says, they're motion-activated AI cameras. I think they're capable of facial recognition. I could see people having an opposition to flock cameras. You know, there's Fourth Amendment violations, potentially there's some other stuff there. The one thing that I never got, and it seems to be a political rejection, a lot of it from a leftward angle, left-wing people, is the anti-shot spotter crowd. I think ShotSpotter should be in every neighborhood with a violence issue. ShotSpotter, if you don't know, is a microphone-based system that picks up on the sound of gunshots, identifies the sound of gunshots, and reports back to the police. And activists have come in and said that ShotSpotter is somehow wrong or shouldn't be in these neighborhoods, and they've removed it. There was just a story last week about somebody getting shot, and nobody even showed up. Nobody even called the cops about the shooting because they removed ShotSpotter from the neighborhood. I fully support ShotSpotter in any violent neighborhood, but these flock cameras are different. I don't like these flock cameras. I don't think they should just be able to put them up wherever they want. I think that's a different thing altogether. Jury duty coming up in just a bit. Here we go. We're coming back.
And feed them well. Start an order at easycater.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Radio. Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Flock cameras and this map that's got everybody going crazy today. I will see if they have some by you, and we'll dive into that in just a moment on the show. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. A couple of emails real quick before jury duty, C-Len. Ed says, about that pick-a-side you did, and if you missed this, there was a guy that came up in the hot sheet. It was about a Morgan Wallen concert. Do we know where they were when this guy allegedly ended up peeing on them? Were they in the stadium or in the bathroom or
in the stands? I think of the stadium.
They're in the stands of the stadium, and somebody who's so drunk or so crazy just decides to urinate all over this guy with his 8-year-old girl like right next to him. But then the cops said there's nothing we can do because we didn't witness it. Ed emails on that pick a side. I'm fully on the guy's side. So the cop tells the guy he can't arrest the pee-pee guy. What sense does that make? I'm wondering if I should go to that state and rob a few banks. Seeing how it's obvious the cops wouldn't be there, this is absolutely ridiculous. The cops aren't on 95% of the crimes committed, but the perp still gets arrested. I think the cop was just being a douche, this person says. Russell talking about the child sex content, albeit created with AI in the case that we brought up. Russell says, I want to make this very clear. I do not condone CP of any kind. But when you were talking about a guy that got in trouble for images that were not real, it reminds me of whenever the Big Mouth series had a cartoon of kids nude. Trust me, whenever that came on, I turned off the series immediately. But I'm just curious on why a big platform with the show being shown with fake CP images doesn't get in trouble. But a guy that did AI to got in some trouble. Netflix has nothing happen to them, and they actually continue to show it. It doesn't make any sense to me, says Russell. I'm not familiar with that, so we'll just throw it out there to everybody listening to see if they have any comments about it.
I'm familiar with the series, and I remember watching the first... I don't know if I got through the whole season. The first couple episodes were really funny, and then it was just kind of...
cartoon, right?
It's the same stuff over and over again. It is a cartoon, but I think maybe in some places that's still... a cartoon depiction or something like that is still illegal. I know
they
that
show naked kids? Naked cartoon kids?
It sounds like, according to this woman's email, they do. This person's email. I didn't know it was a woman or man, but I think that it sounds like they do. I don't remember seeing that in Big Mouth.
Yeah, I haven't seen any episodes of that, so I'm not sure. But we'll see what everybody else thinks about that. Right now, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you are, it's up to you to do whatever you want, but I would say you should probably make what I think smart move. You should make a move to reach out to Mo DeWitt. Mo DeWitt will get the case started against the insurance companies. Don't worry about being like litigious or like you're doing something wrong by suing. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your family and your future. And those things are really important, I think. I think most people agree with that. Let us know what your thoughts are, of course. And if you want to, in an emergency or in any other situation after an accident, reach out to Mo DeWitt. It's justcallmo.com. All right. I got to try to bring this up. I was trying to get it up while I was talking there, but hold on. Flock camera map. Sorry, that's why I was distracted. There's a website, holy cow, called dflock.org. dflock.org. Do you know what a flock camera is, Sealand? Are you familiar?
Yeah, it's the ones that everybody's really up in arms about right now because you just put them in random places and they record your license plate number, correct?
Yeah. Do they do anything else, or do they only get license plate numbers?
I think they only get license plate numbers. I think the point is if you have a major incident in your area, at your store, your place of business, that the flock camera would have all of the recent license plates that have been in the area, and then you can in turn give that information over to the police and kind of help them see who was in the area. I don't think the flock camera automatically tells you who each person is.
Is it a police camera, though, by default? Like regular
it doesn't
people
have to be. No, because I think Walmarts are starting to have them, or Lowe's or something.
This map on dflock.org shows you where they all are in the United States, or a bunch of them that are mapped. Just the ones that are mapped, there's 118,000, which is crazy. It's 118,000 of them. You click launch the map, and it shows you all of the flock cameras that are around you.
It's taken a hot minute to launch this map. Oh, maybe they're getting like real bogged down with traffic right now.
I think they might be. But you guys can, on your own time, go to deflock, DEFLOCK.org. And they tell you about these ALPRs, which is automated license plate readers. They capture and analyze the images of all passing vehicles. They store details like your car's location, date, and time. They also capture your car's make, model, color, and identifying features like dents, roof racks, or bumper stickers, often turning these into searchable data points. I want to tell you, and I'm not C-Lane here. I'm not in the business of giving out advice to criminals.
Whoa, when am I giving advice to criminals?
You've done that in the past on this show. A lot of people don't realize this. If you are engaged in any sort of crime and they start searching the flock cameras, all the cameras that are out there, they can make it as detailed as this. Like, here's an example. This is a truck driving by, and it says that is, I think it's a Tacoma. Toyota Tacoma. You can see that it's, I don't know. I've never driven one of these. You can see that it's a Toyota Tacoma. You can see what the license plate is. You can see that they have a Raiders sticker in the back right window. And so if somebody says, there was a truck here, I have no idea what the license plate is, but I know they had a Raiders sticker on the back window. They can look at every car that drove by and search for a Raiders sticker and see your car. All right? You shouldn't be committing crimes out there. But if you are committing crimes, those stickers that you put on your car could be the downfall of you.
Okay.
They could.
I mentioned Lowe's as one of the places that potentially has these because I think we've done a story about Lowe's having flock cameras before.
Yeah.
And I just looked up on the legacy map that they have because it's the new one that's being bogged down and wasn't loading. But they have 4 flock cameras in the parking lot of my Lowe's. That's right.
Are you serious?
Right near my house.
Are there any in your actual neighborhood or only in these sorts of like businesses that want to monitor stuff?
There are none that are listed in my neighborhood. There's actually one the next street over, the main street.
Yeah.
And that is kind of on the side of the road near like a shopping center, but none in my actual neighborhood.
Well, there's a lot of stories.
I thought about putting one up myself just to see like what kind
Really?
of what I can gather, what I can see.
I see stories like this. Here's one. Officers accused of misusing flock cameras. And this is not a one-off. I've heard this a bunch. There's one story from
now at 11
A&F.
Pictures show police in Atlanta looking for evidence after a shooting. This all happening on Verbena Street near Lamar Avenue. Investigators say the person who was shot is alive and breathing. Also breaking now at 11.
Double breaking.
DeKalb County Sheriff's deputy in jail accused of misusing license plate data collected from flock cameras.
Here it is.
Sergeant Kabiru Salau is charged with felony.
She wasn't expecting that. Sergeant. Oh, boy.
Kabiru Salau
is in trouble for using these cameras and the information from
Violation of oath of office and misdemeanor misuse of license plate data. He was charged after an internal investigation. Salau had been with the sheriff's office for nearly 20 years. And tonight, 11, more police officers.
So are we figuring out what this person did? Like you said, he misused the data. What did he do? What's the crime?
One of them that I saw, I don't know if this is the exact one. One of them that I saw, the officer saw a woman that he thought was pretty. He thought she was an attractive woman. And then he started looking up her information on the flock cameras to track her down, just like I was saying.
To see where she was going?
Where's she going? Yeah.
Okay.
What's she up to? Or like, hey, here's the car she was driving around here. I want to find out what her license plate was. They'll look into this information based on somebody that they find to be attractive or somebody who's like, it's kind of like the David system where police were using the car thing to search famous people and stuff.
Well, I mean, the David system, they were doing it to attractive women as well, just like looking people up that they knew or looking people up that they'd seen somewhere. But I guess what they're saying is for this, they're using data that they can get to from the flock system to kind of map out where this person goes and maybe see and have an idea of where they might live based on where they're pinged the most often.
Yeah, they go to Lowe's every Thursday at this time, and you're just going to do a little meet cute or something. It's creepy. It's weird. And these cameras are creepy to begin with. The idea that there's over 100,000 of them mapped on this one website alone, and probably some in your neighborhood. If you search this website, deflock.org. Sorry, it's getting hammered right now. But if you search this, you'll find them around you. To me, this seems like a Fourth Amendment violation. I guess if it's your business, you're allowed to have these sort of resources.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems wrong. There's some stuff like this that I like, and this is not the thing. ShotSpotter, I think, is great. It should be in every dangerous neighborhood. That's audio only, and it reports gunshots. This is invasive to me. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break, and then we kick off the Power Hour. Just moments from right now, we kick off the Power Hour. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
There's a couple accidents.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Skull mic activated. Batman theme song. Chat, who is the greatest Batman of all time? Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Adam West was the best Batman? Adam West was really funny, wasn't he? I liked him. John, who is Kevin Conroy? Robert Pattinson? Nobody got the right answer yet. I know it seems like there's not a right answer to this question, but oh, there is. Bale was the best Batman? Finally, Bootsy. Leave it to Bootsy to get it right. Of course Bootsy gets it right. Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Thank you for participating, everybody. No, I wouldn't say Ben Affleck. No, I got nothing against Ben Affleck. But Michael Keaton was literally the best Batman. People sleep on that Michael Keaton Batman movie, but it's actually so good. A lot of Adam West fans, though. All right, couple minutes and we're back in the Power Hour. Keaton is the best in film. West is the best on television. I'll agree. I'll agree with that. Sean, is the call into the show working yet? I have thoughts on these flock cameras. We can test it if you want to. Stand by, folks. Should we try this with Dispatch Dan? Dan, I'll release to you. You'll be the first. I'll release to you the toll-free number to call the show. And we'll see if this works. I've got more stuff to do to make it so like C-Lane can hear you back at the other studio and you can hear audio I'm playing and the audio is crystal clear. But I think it should work for now. You can call the show. It's 1-888-443-NEWS. 1-888-443-NEWS. Let's see if it works. George Clooney, says Abraham Dragonfriend. That's a dark horse pick. One more time. And we're going to use these tomorrow on the show. We're going to open up the phones all day on Wednesday. 1-888-443-NEWS. 1-888-443-6397. That's the number. Not nudes. 443-NEWS. N-E-W-S. 1-888-443-NEWS. News as a news junkie. Not snooze. Not nudes. 90 seconds. Couldn't get TNJ-news. That's a little ASCII Lee Road. I still got a toll-free number for you, for God's sake. It should be easy enough. All right, we're coming back in 1 minute, folks. Incoming call. Stand by.
To feed them all and feed them well. Start an order at easycater.com.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
For all your support today, thanks to all the folks who got their hands on the limited edition Spider Curse magnets. We'll have another design for you in just a couple of weeks, just as limited as the last. You know, I told C-Lane the other day, I said, hey, I finally, to break down the last barrier and completely finalize the technology stack that powers this show, that makes us so far ahead of everybody else. I said, I think I've worked in, it's not perfected yet, but I think I've worked in how to take live calls. And I said, I've got auto screening and all this different stuff, and it's all set up, and it's a toll-free number, and it's all digitized. And it's way ahead of what everybody else is doing. And C-Lane goes, what happens when they're on hold? Do they hear us or do they hear regular hold music? And I go, regular hold music? And he goes, oh, that's lame. What is this?
You need the context, you know?
So after the show, I'm fixing it so it has hold music. Also, I can put it on dispatch mode, meaning we turn off the phones, and if anybody leaves a message, it sends to us as a dispatch now, which is just like, all of it is crazy, but I'm not fully done wiring it through. We could try here because somebody had a comment on the cameras that we were discussing here on the show, the flock cameras. So let's see if it works. Hello, are you there? Dan.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Excellent. You had some thoughts on the flock cameras?
Yeah, Sean. First, I want to say thanks for taking my call. Long time listener, first time caller.
Here we go.
Yeah, you have to expect that's going to happen. Yeah, these flock cameras. There's always going to be an officer or two that ruins it and uses it maliciously and is just not going to do the right thing. And that's where it starts getting all the bad connotations for the cameras.
Wait, you think Dan, you think overall the flock cameras are actually good? Do you think it's just some officers abusing what is a good thing?
Yes, I personally can tell you of a handful of cases that we've caught people because of them.
Okay. Like, give me an example. Maybe you can't tell me the actual details, but like, give me an example of how it would work.
We have a stolen vehicle drive in front of one of these cameras, and the license plate is listed as a hot plate.
Mm-hmm.
That hot plate drives in front of any license plate reader, which is what a flock camera is, drives in front of one of these cameras. It instantly alerts any of the users, any like dispatch centers or anything that are logged into it, especially ones that it's in that jurisdiction.
Right.
We get an alert. We quickly run it, verify that it is actually stolen, and officers are dispatched to it. There's been a number of times that has happened.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I get that it's valuable. I just think the concern is from a lot of people are like, what about all the people who aren't doing anything wrong? And yet you're just being collected, like all your information, your license plate, whether or not you have a sticker or a news junkie magnet, for God's sake, on the back of your car. It's just in this huge net that they bring together and then throw you in along with the bad guys. So that's what I think a lot of people have in terms of their, their hesitancy towards this. But you're saying like you have seen really good things come out of it.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the argument can be made both ways that if you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't worry about being tracked. However, I also agree. Why do you need to hold on to all that information?
Right.
But as an end user of it, I can tell you that it gets stored away, and the only way any of that info can be pulled out by either a dispatcher or a crime center or an officer, deputy, whatever, you have to follow. There's a bunch of different steps that you have to do, and you have to. It's tracked. You have to have a case number. You have to have. You have to have all these reasons that can you pull this information.
Dan, can you actually search? Like, can you search, or do you have to have somebody else give you that information?
We had a missing person, and we have the tag of the vehicle that person was last seen in. I can enter that tag and search and see what cameras that vehicle has hit, and the last time it hit those vehicles. We had one recently where an 80-something-year-old dude that was attempting, making comments, sewer slide.
Mm-hmm.
And the only hit that we had, it was only one camera that it hit. But based on him hitting that camera and none of the other ones on property, we knew pretty much where to look because of the camera he hit. So he couldn't have gone to a different part of the airport. So we knew where to look, and we found him.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of sides of this. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate the call. There he goes. That was Tess. Big Juan, by the way, says, quit saying a lot of people, Sean. You only speak for you. That's only true for you. I have to speak for other people because I'm seeing your feedback. So when I say a lot of people, I mean the people that I'm seeing chat or send in dispatches. I can speak on behalf of more people in the feedback that I'm seeing. It's when you try to one guy it in chat and you'll be like, I'm speaking for everyone when I say this. It's like, so I have seen that concern from people. So I wanted to relay that over. Also, even though his phone connection wasn't perfect, that's our first successful test. That's what that was. Yeah, it was.
You sure that was his phone and not your
it was his phone. Don't blame my Codorito skills. Don't do that to me. You know this worked correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's best.
You kept calling him Dan, and it said on the screen his name was Ed.
Okay, because that's the auto screener, and he didn't. His phone is all cracking up. All right, it's all right. Okay, all right. Let's do the power hour. Can we do it?
We can do it.
They said it couldn't be done. Then they said,
crazy, right?
It's time for the Power Hour on the News Junkie.
A lot of people started typing that in chat when he said that earlier.
Bill Bellamy makes the Power Hour.
Crazy, indeed. Let's work through a couple of your dispatches. That's what we had before Digiphones was invented. That's right. Digiphones, the new invention. No one's ever heard of these before, but they are utilized first one ever from either Dispatch Ed or Dispatch Dan. But we're going to open these up tomorrow on the show, I think, and see what people say. We'll keep the number a little close to our vest for right now, but let's go on to the other side of some feedback here. Here is Flip talking about these cameras. Hello.
So I don't have a problem with anybody having a flock camera as long as they're not directly tied to law enforcement. If they are just storing the information, the car description, license plate, and the description of the people kind of coming and going from and to the car, that's not an issue for me personally. My security cameras at my house and the security cameras that actually this past weekend I just installed at my daughter's house in Nashville are similar to flock cameras. They store information for 60 days, including the car description. They will zoom in on the license plate as they go by. They're pretty intelligent. And you know, if nothing bad happens, then it all goes away. She had an attempted break-in at her house, and so I drove out there and stupid text. I went out there and, put them in, and they're great. They'll store the information. They track people going by. I could set it up to track the vehicles as they go by, take pictures of the license plate, that sort of thing.
Sure.
Pretty badass. So anyways,
I'm not saying it's not cool. It is cool. I know our friend Austin, friend of the show, Austin, one of the many things he does, he's a man of a million talents, and he's very, very, very good with studio equipment and these sorts of things. But he also installs security systems for really big companies and does all sorts of stuff like that. Works for RV parks and the like. And Austin showed me one time a camera that he had, and it had all the same features. And it would say, let's say you had one outside your house, like a doorbell camera, and then like maybe a security camera outside your house. You could say, hey, show me all the red trucks that have driven by my house in the last week. And it would highlight just the trucks that were red that drove by your house in that week. Show me the vehicles that drove by with this license plate number. It would pull up the exact vehicle with that license plate number. This is a thing that anybody can buy. Anybody can have this at their house. The thing is, when it becomes a bigger net and it like gets dropped down a funnel and then law enforcement could just search all of this, that's too big brothery for me. That's a little bit too big brothery on my end. But we'll see what else everybody says and get your thoughts on this and anything else we've talked about. Here is Insecure Walrus with the final word on this for now.
I got to tell you, I'm pretty torn on the flock cameras.
Okay.
In some ways, I don't like the invasion of privacy. I don't like how there have been a lot of mistakes where, like, a family was held at gunpoint in a parking lot because a flock camera tagged their car as being a stolen car when it just misread the license plate because it's not that good at it.
Yikes.
And the police just went after them, even though they could have read the license plate themselves, too. I have problems with that a whole lot, but there have been a lot of cases where people have gone missing. There's a guy who's kind of popular on Facebook or TikTok or wherever called Brian Wagman, Tow Truck Wags. His brother in Indiana is currently missing, and they were able to find several images of his brother's truck on flock cameras that have given them lots of info about where he might be. At this point, they assume he's passed, and they're trying to figure out where his body might be.
Damn,
so
that's brutal.
I don't know. It's a two-sided coin, and it just all depends on how it gets used.
Yeah, and then somebody says, yeah, but how long until they're used for nefarious reasons? Now they're already used for nefarious reasons. That's why people are tracking these. That's why the discussion is happening out there. All right.
That map website that you talked about, the deflock.org, when it is working correctly, because there's some problems with it, but when it is working correctly, there is a feature where you can like put in your destination GPS style, but it'll give you the route that avoids cameras.
Really?
Yeah. So like from my house to work, it says I passed by 2 cameras. But if I wanted to take a 23-minute drive instead of 17, I could avoid those 2 cameras.
Okay, this is a problem. Is it not? How is this not a problem? So just like the people, and I'm looking at the map. God, are there a lot of these cameras, C-Lane? Look, there are a lot of these cameras on this map. Okay, there's so many of them. It's like the country is on fire with these flock cameras. There's 118,000 that
the Northwest seems a lot less flocky than
it does
than the rest of the country.
It's because there's not a lot of people in some of these states, and also these are just the ones that people have identified and put on this map. But if the problem is, hey, we're worried that people are going to take this technology, police officers, law enforcement, and the like, and they're going to abuse it. We've seen that they've done that already. We're worried that the police officers are going to abuse this technology to maybe hunt for women that they find that they think are attractive and they want to track down, to maybe stalk somebody, to go after an enemy, to all these different things. We're worried about them abusing the technology. Can't bad guys abuse the technology that C-Lane just outlined in the same exact way? So I say, I want to use this deflock technology on deflock.org to show me the way to get to this destination so no cameras will record me and none of these flock cameras will get my license plate. Isn't that the same exact problem just from the other side?
A little bit.
It's what it feels like to me. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but like to me, you're worried about, well, it's not just the technology. It's that the police having this leads to people abusing it. And then you go, to counter that, we're going to put up this technology that also criminals could abuse in the very same way. Jen says, if you stopped using everything that people abuse, we would have nothing. Also true, Jen, over on TNJ chat. So we'll let people get their thoughts on this as we continue on in the Power Hour. I still have to get to the food system being dangerous, this guy being fired from ESPN. That's just the beginning of it. There's no way we're going to fit all this in, but we'll do our best. The Power Hour rolls on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Robots don't get hungover. That's why they can't work here. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
That crash has been moved off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound near the beach line. There's still some slowdowns getting through that area. I believe we got...
Hello.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer means a whole lot of extra miles. Last place you want your engine to give out is halfway to nowhere. That's why every oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change includes an 18-point maintenance check. Change wisely.
Guys, it's time to get that cool look, that fresh cut that keeps you cool all season long. Go where I go. Go to Hammer Nails Grooming for Guys. It's more than just your average everyday barber shop. This is not coupon cuts. This is premium total man care. A precision haircut, great beard trim with a hot towel and a drink in your hand. That's what they got for you at Hammer Nails Grooming for Guys. It is a first.
All right, I got a print today. I learned. Chat. I'm going to end with Morgan Wallen. What's the best Morgan Wallen song? I had some help. Is that one? Is that a song?
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by PrimeLine.org. Give a tip anonymously.
America 250 is the perfect time to upgrade with Vent Outlets. Take advantage of seasonal savings and simple financing. Full service from start to finish. Book your appointment today at ventoutlet.com. License number C-1.
Give me 1 minute. All right, that's 45. All right. Quick little fader Rooney to kick it off. And we're all set for the end of the show with Today I Learned. I want to remind everybody who gifted subs today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's number one. Number two, if you did that, every single one of those gifts will be added to the leaderboard after the show. I promise you, they will all be added to the leaderboard after the show. Question for you, chat, because I can't see this. Have the new alerts been working? So when somebody gifts subs, does the Fickle Beast alert with the present pop up? And their name and the amount of gifts? Does that work or no? Because I can't see it. It's on this screen. We got it elsewhere. But have you guys seen those alerts? Yes, you've seen several? Okay, so those are working. Because I got that, and then I got the thing with the confetti, which goes up. I'd like to make it so that when somebody gifts secret shows, the confetti thing automatically happens. So that it doesn't take me hitting the button, but we're very close. That only happens when somebody subscribes? That should be a different one. That should the subscribe alert should be the Fickle Beast holding the secret shows logo. And then the person's name. But then there should be another one for when somebody gifts. I don't know if it's working or not. Couple of minutes, we're back live on the Power Hour. I haven't seen it in a while now, but maybe I'm just missing it. That could be true. Kurt chimes in on the flock situation. Here's what Kurt says. Forgive me, I need a haircut. In Georgia alone, Atlanta News First counts at least 20 cases in the past year of officers disciplined or charged over flock abuse. 2 minutes and we're back. Just for tracking purposes, Dan says, just for tracking purposes, I had full bars and I was on Wi-Fi. If it matters, I was naked. It could have been the nudity. Were you on speakerphone or your earpiece, Dan? And how did we sound? Probably not great because it was my laptop microphone. Let me know, Dan. 2 minutes. And the show rolls on. If you didn't get in on the Spider Curse limited magnets today, don't fret. There will be one extra Spider Curse magnet for the poker tournament. And Jack is going to put it together like he always does for a great cause for charity. Infinite Objects? Is that the name of it? Somebody asked about that earlier. Is that what it's called? I only got a minute left, but I want to make sure I answer that person. Infinite. Yeah, that's it. So it's called Infinite Objects. They have a lot of them. They're like this. They're a little bit expensive, but they're really cool. And the Willie Nelson smoking one, it's a loop of Willie Nelson taking a puff, or smoking a joint, and then puffing out the smoke, and it's like perfectly clear. It's a great little visual. If you have a counter or like a desk somewhere and you want to have something that people look at, that's one of my favorite things. That was worth every penny. I think Courtney got it for me. All right. We're coming back.
Football is coming.
Touchdown! The official NFL Podcast Network, plus the second half of the baseball season. Oh, my goodness! All the sports you love, all in one place. All free. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
And search sports.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
So long to all these World Cup fans. It's been nice having you. You can't stay, okay? You can't stay. You got to leave eventually. It's kind of how things go. All the World Cup fans are now gone and back to their countries, one would hope, unless they're overstaying visas or something. And the most famous of them all, Freddie from Germany, who kind of became a superstar throughout this, I'm convinced that when he came back, he was working on some sort of documentary, but we'll see if that ever comes out. He said his last message on this thing, now that the trip is almost over, I want to answer one of the questions we've been asked the most. This is the World Cup fan, Freddie from Germany. How are you guys able to afford a trip like this? He says the answer is actually pretty simple. We saved up for this trip over the past year, and it wasn't nearly as expensive as people probably assume. We stayed in mostly budget hotels and always split the cost between the three of us. Our flight to the U.S. was only 255 euros, for example. The biggest expenses were the rental cars and World Cup tickets. In the total 6 weeks here, with everything combined, it probably cost us around $6,000 or $7,000. That's a good deal.
That was on the low end compared to some of the people in that video that were like, my family is supporting me.
Crypto king, they're all like incredibly wealthy. They never worked in their lives. And then they go, how much did you pay to get over here for the World Cup? $100,000, $250,000. And he said he did 6 weeks in America for $6,000 to $7,000. It's probably $6,000 because we saved money thanks to invitations like a hotel stay in Houston. It would have been even more. I know that's still a lot of money, but it's nowhere near what people seem to think we're spending. We met other World Cup tourists who told us their trips cost way more than that, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000. If you're okay with not living in luxury, then traveling doesn't need to be this expensive. I'll calculate the exact total once I'm back home, he said. And he was just sort of sharing with people, you can travel and it doesn't have to cost quite as much. And, I've kind of seen that too. Like we're going to the Keys here in a couple of months. For Sealane's birthday, we decided to get as far away from Sealane as we can and go to the Keys while he goes to New Orleans, which they're basically, let's be real, they're basically the same place, aren't they?
There are certain ways yes, certain ways no.
It seemed like they're very, very similar. It seems like Key West is the French Quarter of Florida. And then, obviously the French Quarter is the French Quarter of the French Quarter. But when I see people
Sean Watson, 26.
Deep thoughts. That ain't gonna fit on a bumper sticker. The French Quarter is the French Quarter of the French Quarter.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. We all know it. So when I see
we're down
people
to an 8th or a 16th with that kind of math.
Talk about this. I always think to myself, I go, it is very true. There are basically 3 main levels that you could travel at. And level number 1 is incredibly affordable. I don't know that I would recommend it for everybody, but staying in hostels is a very affordable way to travel the world for cheap. And if you're traveling, you're trying to go fun places, you're trying to spend like the month of your dreams or whatever to really get an amazing life-changing experience, bucket list kind of thing, you can do it even if your budget is smaller, if you're smart like that. And if you get into these communities where they do this, you'll find just how far they can make a dollar go. Staying in hostels, especially ones that are a little bit more safe, staying not just in hostels, but with these communities where they've perfected the places that you can eat, the things that you can do to enjoy yourself, and Wi-Fi for free, and on and on and on. You can get airfare for relatively cheap. There's a lot of airfare out there if you search and you know how to find the best deals that you can get for really cheap. And you can spend like a small amount of money for a life-changing vacation. Then there's sort of the middle track that everybody takes, which is a decent flight to a decent location, and you budget yourself so you don't spend too much. And then there's the high end where these people don't care. Those are the people who came to America for the World Cup, and they spent $100,000. Why? Sealane brought up this hotel was that New York that we were discussing?
Yeah, I was right in Manhattan on like the upteenth floor with views of the entire city all around. And I think it was the Four Seasons. Or
how much was that?
$80,000 a night.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like, so that's the end when you just don't care about money at all. You're not worried about it. And Freddie from Germany, who came over and became famous with the World Cup stuff, says you could do it for cheaper than you might imagine, which is kind of cool to think about. All right, folks, we are going to get into more of your feedback before we get out of here today. Let's talk about the food thing for just a moment, because it's becoming more and more interesting to watch what's happening. The FDA has responded to claims that they have no idea where this cyclospora outbreak is coming from by firing back. I'll bring you up to date on this. So people started getting sick in the United States. They're getting sick from something called cyclospora. For the record, cyclospora is not new. There have been infections every year for a very, very long time. It's this little bug that is like microscopic that gets into the food. It's often produce. It's often lettuce, something like that. People end up eating this, and the little bug makes you very sick. The bug makes you sick to your stomach. You have explosive diarrhea is the way it's been phrased, and it's a tough, tough time. And it's called cyclospora because it comes on in cycles. You think it's gone away? Oh, new cycle comes around, right back to the bathroom. And it can last weeks and weeks and weeks. It's no fun. It's no good. So not new, been around. This is a particularly bad outbreak that's going on right now. And the amount of people that have been confirmed to have had this, I contend, is a tiny fraction because I think people are embarrassed about this. But the FDA said, we blame Taco Bell. We blame this particular farm, Taylor Farms. Then Taylor Farms pulled stuff off the shelves. Taco Bell stopped working with Taylor Farms. Taco Bell said that we're taking all of these ingredients off of our menu right now because we don't want to get more people sick. And then the FDA said, whoops, we got it wrong. It was a false positive test. We actually don't know where this started again. Well, the FDA says today about people getting sick eating. To clarify, this false positive lab sample does not change the basis for the FDA's ongoing outbreak investigation or the overwhelming epidemiological data supporting the current voluntary recall by Taylor Farms. Over the weekend, the FDA alerted Taylor Farms that a new sample of shredded lettuce from Taylor Farms de Mexico tested positive for cyclospora during import examination at the southern border. This ended up being a false positive, and Taylor Farms was alerted to the corrective test result Sunday. FDA's traceback investigation and outbreak data continue to converge on shredded iceberg lettuce from Taylor Farms locations in central Mexico. The FDA will continue to work with federal and state partners to investigate this multi-state outbreak and ensure products implicated in the outbreak have been removed from the market. Protecting the American public remains our highest priority. We encourage the public to continue to avoid all products listed in Taylor Farms voluntary recall. This company sells salad. They sell it to places like Taco Bell. They sell bagged salad, bagged lettuce, and they sell various other things. But it sounds like the FDA is like, we had a false test, but the false test was for a border import, and we saw that it was a false positive, but everything we have still shows that we believe this is the source of everybody getting sick.
If they get a positive at a border import, they just shut it down right there, say turn around, take your poop lettuce back?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they do that, or if they go, well, somebody's got to risk it here to bring this into the country. But it's been kind of confusing as to what's going on. And everybody's unsure about what they're eating. There's been a lot of videos going viral in the wake of this. Like there's some woman, she's a farmer, and she did a video. It's hilarious because all her animals keep interrupting her in the video. And she's like, hey, you shouldn't be eating a lot of the food that you're eating to begin with. It's not clean. It's not safe.
You know, you're pretty deep down the rabbit hole when you no longer believe that chicken is a health food. And I don't believe it anymore. For decades, we were sold this lie.
Chicken's not healthy?
To sell chicken. That chicken is a health food. It's the cleanest source of protein. It's the number one, all these things. It is absolutely not true. If you actually look at the nutrient density of proteins, beef is number one. Lamb is number two. Venison, bison.
She's a farmer. Those are her animals.
Then you get to like fish and pig, and at the very, very bottom, chicken. Lower than pig. But you know why chicken is at the very bottom?
Whoa!
Because at this point...
What the hell was that?
It was the animals. Courtney would say this was why we abandoned our idea of retiring and having a little farm at some point. I said it's because I don't want a bunch of animals dying around me all the time. That seems kind of miserable. But that is the hilarious realities of living on a farm.
Chicken is at the very bottom. Because at this point, they have, I don't want to say genetically modified because I'm going to get in trouble, but selectively bred, we'll pretend that
Listen to the
they have
animals.
selectively bred this so much that all the health, like nutrient density in the health food has been absolutely stripped from it.
You know, she's kind of got a point here. I've never thought about this before. This farmer lady says we're told that there's all this selective breeding going on to make chicken better. But you know what they never tell you? That the selective breeding is to make the chicken taste better. She said the selective breeding is to make the chicken less susceptible to viruses and different things like that so that they don't get sued, so that they don't get more people sick. But it's never to actually make anything taste better. And it's actually, she says that some of these things that we eat, we just think are good for us, like
I thought
chicken.
A lot of times it was to make them bigger. You know, you want you don't want to
Big
be
fat one?
Yeah, you want big muscular ones. You want big meat, big meat chicken. You don't want a tiny meat chicken.
People are right now very much questioning the food that they're eating as a result of folks getting sick from cyclospora, of information like this coming out. And I think it's made people a little hesitant about what they have in their diet. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I've never even seen good.
Hello. Guys, you have been so amazing today. Thank you all for all the gifted subs. Thank you for a good time. Thank you to, Bill Bellamy. Thank you to Bill Bellamy for joining us. Almost threw up. Thank you to Bill Bellamy for joining us. Thank you for your chat messages being hilarious. Thanks for great dispatches. In our final roundup here, we're going to fit in as much as we can, including thank yous to so many people who were generous today. Your support supports the show and fights back against the suits and will lead to us being an independent organization at some point in time. So thank you so much. We're very, very close to hitting a record number, which is exciting. And right now, while I go to get Today I Learned to wrap up the show, I want you to rate the show. 10 out of 10 into the Hall of Fame right here. No notes. You just thought it was a great show. 1 out of 10 on the other side of this very gray door is the Hall of Shame. 10 out of 10 is the best. It's time to rate the show. 10 out of 20, the Piss Junkies. 9.6 out of 10, Bellamy's. Nice. I'll be back in 1 second. All right. I got Today I Learned. 11 out of 10 classic era MTVs. 9 out of 10 government bootlickers. 20 out of 10. 9 out of 10 screaming UCF students. Here are all of your spider curse magnets going right on the source of the spider curse itself. Each one of them touching the source of the spider curse. This curse will leave the studio on this stack of magnets. And yours It's probably in here somewhere. So thank you so much for those gifted subscriptions today. I'll put them right here so I can send them out to you. I'm going to get them out this week, all right? Everybody who's owed anything, you're getting them this week. It's going to be a lot of work, but it'll be worth it. 10 out of 10 psycho Florida college students. 10 out of 10 screaming emos. Had a great time. Good. 9.2 screaming farm animals. 10 out of 10 says Dorothy. Thank you, Dorothy. C-Lane is recording some sort of spot here we can see on the grid. We don't know what it's for. Could it be a pencil ad? Could be. I told the sales staff, I said, look, you want to sell stuff for C-Lane? Sell stuff for C-Lane. I don't care if you give me the sponsorships. Get them on the show. Give them to C-Lane. And they have. They've loaded C-Lane up with a variety of great spots. And I'm glad that they're doing it. Butterball says 9 out of 10 balls that have been buttered thoroughly. That works perfectly for your name. When is Sean getting a GoPro View Cam? What's that? It's a GoPro View Cam. $10 out of 10 booby magnets. 10 out of 10 rounds of Cyclospora. God bless you all. Thank you. It's going to be a fun show tomorrow, and we're going to kick those lines open for some more testing. All right? For now, I'm going to shut them down. After the show, I will indeed add all of your gifted subscriptions or your gifted subs, as we say, to the leaderboard. I love you all. You are all chatters of the day. Thank you so much for your support. It's time to wrap this sucker up. God bless. Say hello to somebody on the left of you and the right of you. Stay gold.
Starts with the perfect choice. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
Russ Rollins here. This July, celebrate America's 250th birthday by declaring your freedom on outdated bathrooms, hard-to-clean grout, and the worry of hidden leaks. At HBN Bath, they'll help you enjoy beautiful, low-maintenance shower designs with quality products from brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. It's your chance to declare independence from old bathrooms once and for all. Visit HBNUSA.com. That's HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle.
Sports never stops.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. And this year, it's a meal deal. Grab any shorty hoagie, any Hers chips, and a fountain drink for just $6. Make it a classic for $8. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Start off your school year with real support from Real Radio and Key Food Supermarket. This Saturday, July 25th at 10 a.m., you can get a free backpack with school supplies at 6 Key Food locations in Ocala, Mount Dora, Apopka, Claremont, and Orlando, on East Michigan and Chickasaw Trail, while supplies last. Plus, one lucky winner at each location gets free lunch for a year, helping the community for real with Real Radio and Key Food. And if you show up at that Ocala location, you can hang out with our very own Joshua Marie Fowler. He'll be out there getting you your backpack and maybe even getting you free lunch for a year. Real Radio has your back Saturday, July 25th at 10 a.m. while supplies last.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the...
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Thank you, folks. Thank you for today. Learn more about the show if you're just tuning in at thenewsjunkie.com. Big fat thanks to everybody today. I literally cannot rattle off all of the people who have gifted subscriptions, but I will make sure you all go on to the leaderboard.
Rattle it off. I'll start the instrumental to It's the End of the World as We Know It. And you just do it, just sing to that tune and name all the names.
BG67, Beware, 211, Ryan, Annie, Wildfire 98, Das Hefe, Anonymous, Droopy Dog, D Red Eye, Rockin' Ange, JP, Ash Bomb,
Leonard
Sports Johnson,
Bernstein.
Jessica, Idiot in Florida, Chevrolet, Twice, Sunstate, John with 10, Got Crypto, Tom, Darkness, Jessica, Matt from PSL, Jay, Maria Mac, J Turn, on and on. Oh, actually, I might be able to get to the end of this. Tony, Onema, Metric, L. Matt, No One Like Me, Cyclone Ranger, Jessica, Waterboy, Sammy Scam, Coalac. I can't do it. There's too many of them. Thank you all. We appreciate you. God bless you for the big support for the show. We'll have another magnet in a couple of weeks, and we'll see how that goes. We put that one up, but we're going to have to get the hell out of here now. So let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. Today I Learned this character.
Batman.
That's right. Today I learned about the Batman effect, C-Lane. In an experiment, a woman
That way your parents die and
experiment. An experiment? Which way is right? I never know.
Experiment.
A woman appearing pregnant boarded a train. In some of the tests they did, another person dressed as Batman also entered. Passengers were far more likely to offer the woman help when Batman was present. So mostly people wouldn't step in and help the lady.
Unless Batman was watching?
But if Batman
I don't want
was,
Batman to see me not offer this woman my seat.
Yeah, people feel bad about that if it's Batman and they,
I thought you were going to say they offered Batman the seat.
No.
So let the prego just stand.
Forget the lady, but Batman wins. No, the Batman effect is the name of it. It's a sociological experiment.
That's the stupidest effect I've ever heard of.
So good. It's so good. I also didn't work in. I guess there was some accusation about Jason Alexander on the set of some.
Oh, you teased that
commercial they filmed. I'll work in the details of that story tomorrow on the show. Sorry for missing that one. Today I learned this guy right here.
Morgan Wallen?
That's right. Morgan Wallen's been on the show a lot today. A lot of peeing going on at his concerts. Country star Morgan Wallen first got noticed on the reality television show The Voice back in 2014. I had no idea he was from reality TV.
The only one.
And it's the only one I think, that I know about from The Voice. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow.